Hang on 1 second, yo. Hey, Blue, who's one of your favorite artists growing up?
Growing up, there was only like Luther, there was Freddie, there was
Freddie Jackson?
yeah, there was Jeffrey Osborne, there was Sam Cooke. Like it wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot to choose. James Ingram. I mean, they were all beasts. I mean, they were all beasts. It just wasn't it wasn't a lot of male singers growing up. The ones that were, they just who they were.
What was your favorite style of instruments? Like, what was your favorite genre of music?
I mean, R&B, but I
like the 90s R&B? Or like
yeah,
the 70s
90s,
or like the 80s R&B?
90s.
90s R&B?
90s R&B.
90s was good.
80s
was
80s was
more
beginning of
Freddie.
90s.
Yeah, right.
The end of 80s though. We talk about, the guys and
Yeah, I like their music.
Yeah, it was something about the 90s,
Jodeci.
man. Even when
90s made the most money in music ever.
Did it?
There's no music time that made more money than the 90s.
Wow.
it was something about the 90s.
The
man.
artists didn't make it, but the record companies.
The 80s was something about going to
the
the
record
clubs
companies
in the
was
80s.
eating, like
Yeah, they
overeating.
Yeah, even the films, like the films from
Yeah,
the
even
90s
the film,
was amazing. The
soundtrack, like
soundtracks was
everything, it was-
amazing.
Yeah. I was watching Juice the other day.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
there was no other money making time than the 90s. And 90s probably will never be beat.
Yeah, that was such a dope time, man. And even like the movies, like the gangster movies and
Yep.
stuff, it didn't even make it look bad,
You're right.
which was crazy. Shout out to John B, by the way. Speaking of the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
John B.
Hey. Yeah. Yeah, I like this beat.
That's that song was a real beat.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah.
You be the girl next door. I'll be the guy next door. We'll be the couple who end up together in love forever. Can I be the one for you? Can you be the one for me? Can I be the one for you? Can I be the one for you? Let me take you for a while. Let me spoil you.
Yep.
I wanna give your body some attention, make you feel good, not to mention have you thinking about me with a smile.
Yeah.
take you out, yeah, how you like it, girl.
Yeah.
I'm girl.
Yeah, we walk the streets, talk to the girls, yeah, they look so sweet. We be chillin' on the Ave all the time, drinking brew. And what else, baby boy, what can you do? We took the ladies cause we love them. We love them cause they love us. And every time, we always put them above us. God is good, we love the chicks, yeah. I tell the little girl, get off my, yeah,
Hilarious.
yeah.
Sir Ramal got you.
Yeah. Yeah. What? What up? What up, y'all? Yep.
I got your number, baby. I know how you roll, darling. Yes, I do, yeah. I got your number, baby. Yeah. I know how you do what you do. Oh.
What up,
You
y'all?
one of those pretty girls who like
What up,
to
yo?
hear your name called every day, 7 times a week, and
What
twice
up,
on
yo?
Sunday. You are one of those girls who
Yeah.
thinks you're so fine that nobody can say anything to
What?
you
Yeah.
that you don't wanna hear.
Say it.
They have to agree.
Yeah.
Or you would disappear.
Yeah.
I got your number, baby.
Yeah.
I got your number, baby.
Yeah.
D Green.
I got your number, girl. You're the one in the world. When I see you, girl, I know it's time for us to
Got your
go.
number, baby. Go ahead now.
Yeah.
I got your number, darling.
What's your number, baby girl?
It's written all over your face.
Yeah, let me get that
I
number,
know
girl.
how you take place.
Let me get
I
that
got
number,
your
girl.
number, baby.
What's your number? What's your number, girl?
You can't
Yeah.
forget what you do, darling.
Yep.
I know what
Yep.
you are going through, baby.
Yeah.
Just keep it 100.
Yep.
100. If you can count to 1,000.
Yeah.
To 1,000.
Hey,
I
Blue.
got your number, baby.
Listen, I think you should call your next album Blue Vibes Matter.
Blue vibes. That's dope.
Hey, man, if y'all make a donation, just put it for Out of the Blue podcast so we know what's up.
Okay.
What's up, y'all? Yeah, we want to talk to you a little bit tonight. Want to tell you what's really going on in the world. We want to let you know what's really happening.
You're killing me, baby. With all the stuff you're talking about. You're killing me, baby. With all the stuff you're doing, girl.
Tell her how she making you feel, Blue.
Every time my phone rings, you make my heart sing.
What?
Wondering what I'm doing
What you doing, Blue?
outside of you, babe. You're killing me, babe. With all the stuff you're doing, babe. You're killing me, baby. With all the things you're saying, girl.
Yeah.
You wanna know All you have to do is trust me, babe.
I need to know where you've been. I need to know when and how you be. Ah, shit, I fucked that up. But what can I do? Yeah, go ahead, Blue.
No, go ahead. Finish your rap.
I messed it up, man. But let's take it from the top. You know my name, you know my game. You know I play no games. You know I feel just the same. I rock the beat, I look so sweet. Everybody knows that I'm unique. And if you wanna rock the town with me, I'll be the one you want to be. But let's rock the roll and let's get on down with the beat and the funky sound.
You're killing me, baby.
Yeah. Holla at your boy. Holla at your boy.
With all these things you're singing, girl.
Yeah.
You're killing me, baby.
Holla at your boy.
With all the things you're doing, girl.
Yep.
All you have to do is trust me, babe. All you got to do is trust me, babe.
Trust me, baby.
All you got to do is trust me, babe.
Trust me.
All you got to do. All right, we can go on in.
Y'all ready, man?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna sing you something too.
For the break, or you want to play it before
To
the show?
break.
Oh, okay.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome. Welcome, welcome to the #1 show that you will hear anywhere in this country or any other continent in the world. You're listening to Out of the Blue, starring Blu Mitchell, Maria,
Hey, it's your girl Maria,
and your boy Danny Green. Out of the blue, y'all, where anything might come out of our mouths, out of the blue.
A good opinion is everything.
Maria,
It's Maria.
and your boy Danny Green. D Green. This show will contain anything you may think you might not hear.
You know when you can't get back? Time.
Which means it's out of the blue.
Maria.
We'll say something that you may not even think we might not be thinking about.
Are you for real?
Pay attention, everybody. Understand.
That's why the show is called Out of the Blue.
Blu Mitchell.
A good opinion is everything.
Hello.
They said that out of the blue. We used to hear that phrase all the time. Man, that came out of the blue. Now, every week you can listen to a show called Out of the Blue. Your host, Blu Mitchell. Your co-host, Maria.
It's Maria.
D Green, a.k.a. Black, a.k.a. D Grizzle. Your boy, Danny Green. You want to learn about life?
What the hell?
You want to learn about love? You want to learn about fashion? Whatever you want to learn about, Blu Mitchell will say it out of the blue.
3 opinions.
Man, come on. Turn your dial. Keep your dial at this station. What's really cool, what's very unique about the show,
It's
is that everything you
Maria.
hear will be coming out of the blue. I don't know what Maria gonna talk about,
What the hell?
but I'm sure it's out of the blue.
What up, people?
I don't know what Blu Mitchell gonna talk about,
Blu Mitchell.
but I'm sure it's out of the blue. And you know, whatever I talk about, it's gonna be out of the blue. This is the #1 team, y'all. 2 dark-skinned brothers and a light-skinned snow bunny.
I never listened to it this far.
I know.
Are you for real?
I forgot I said that. Light skin Snow Bunny. The engineer who said Snow Bunny. Everybody know what a Snow Bunny is. Maria, y'all. She'll be bringing everything hot and sexy.
Shout out to
the
Maria.
point. Shout out to Maria. And her name is Maria. Don't mess that up. Out of the blue, y'all. Every week. You can listen. There's no show like it. Anywhere, any place, anytime.
Conversation.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Mike,
Conversation.
you are listening to
Conversation.
Microphone.
You know what
Check.
you can't get
1
back?
2 1 2. Microphone. Check.
opinions.
1 2.
Time.
Conversation. Yeah.
Hey, that's a great intro. I never listened to it. That
Oh
far.
no, it's dope. It's dope. Man, we was in the studio putting that down.
yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Out of the Blue show with my man D Green,
P Green, what it do?
with our boy Big Dave,
Big
What's
Dave.
happening, y'all?
What up, Dave?
and Missing in Action
in action.
Afghanistan,
In Afghanistan.
Maria.
Where you at, baby? Where the hell you at, girl?
She on that recon mission.
She better get her ass up in the studio. Stop playing, yo.
She on that recon
Shout out to
mission.
Maria.
Shout out to Maria.
We miss you, baby.
Miss
Come
you,
on
boo.
back.
Done deal. That's how it is. And then our man, 50 grand behind the board,
This
producer,
nigga.
huh?
Trouble Mika.
Yes,
The
sir.
Honorable Nick.
Shalom to the people.
There you
Shalom.
go.
Shalom.
So what's going on, man? We didn't come last week. So y'all got like 2 weeks of good life. I'm hoping.
Well, first
You
of
know?
all, let's say why we didn't come last week. Me and Dave, I'm quite sure Maria wanted to come, but somebody had their foot in their ass.
Yeah.
Couldn't make it.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
That's what happens when you turn 50, man. You get up in the morning
Ain't
and
that some shit?
your day begins by how you got up.
Man, I woke up.
You go to bed pain free. You wake up and everything.
Man,
Man.
I went to bed 4 weeks ago.
Damn.
Man, well, hold up.
Rip Van Winkle up in this bitch.
When I pulled up, I did see some blankets and pillows in the back seat. I was like, okay.
No, that's no. Out the
You got a
job,
nice apartment,
Yeah.
BMW and shit.
man. I woke up. I had played golf. Was out in the street doing all my thing. Woke up in the morning. Shoulder felt like it fell out of socket, man. I'm
Oh.
like, this is bullshit.
Man, look, and that and you got to move. Everything is one movement.
Yeah,
with
don't-
golf.
yeah.
So if your swing, your shot, everything is one movement. You need every bit of your whole lateral movement
Right.
to do what you do. So when your shoulder went out, oh man,
I couldn't even get my workout on. I couldn't do nothing.
you probably couldn't even get no
And the
lift
thing,
on the ball.
but the thing about it, I'm trying to figure out where did it come from? What caused it? You know what I mean? Like it's just,
That repetitive motion.
Sometimes
Yeah.
not enough water. Sometimes
yeah, you're right.
too much water. Sometimes too much salt. Like Nick over there laughing because he don't know nothing about
Yeah,
it.
'cause the nigga ain't but 8 years old.
Yeah, too much. If you get hurt from too much water, boy.
Yeah, that's when you know you're old, nigga. Nigga, we getting no water today, nigga.
Yeah, you know
oh,
what
nigga, you
I'm
about to die.
Like immediately.
Immediately.
Lick
You need a
that.
cup. You need an ounce of water in you now to save your life.
I was talking to my godfather. He's 90-somebody years old. I said, how you doing, man? He said, oh, I'm good. I woke up this morning, with a little surprise. I was like, huh? Yeah. I said, oh, I guess when you get to his age, when they get up, you remember it.
Exactly. Exactly.
You remember it. I said, okay. He said, yeah, it's celebrated. When the pole said, you salute, because it don't happen on a regular basis.
When the last time you woke up like that? Yesterday.
Yeah. He woke up talking about my balls itch. Nigga. These motherfuckers ain't been working in weeks. Nigga. Nigga.
They've been on furlough.
Nigga walked in the bathroom with his hands on his hip, nigga.
And the cold part about it, all that is testosterone. The lower your testosterone go down,
Yeah.
That is all it is, man.
You got to smoke weed, nigga. You got to keep that shit up.
But see, here's the part that tripped me out. Weed is a relaxing thing. So how does that make you?
It's different for me. When I get it on, if I smoke a joint or something, man, shit, you can't tell me nothing.
I mean, does the cannabis open up the capillaries or something like that?
I ain't heard of no cannabis with ginseng in it.
I'm gonna give you some advice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm gonna refer to the expert over here.
I'm gonna give you some advice, okay? Drink you some watermelon juice. Eat your little slice of watermelon, okay? I don't want you drinking no Red Bull, taking no pills, okay? Eat your little slice of watermelon. It's a strand of weed called Sunday Driver. You and your girl take a little hit of that. Go on in the room, light a candle. Everything else will work itself out.
This nigga here.
Sunday Driver and some watermelon juice.
And some candles.
I'm gonna get some booty, but hold up, girl. I gotta go to the store. Why? I gotta go get a watermelon. What the fuck?
Look. Here the cold part.
Damn you.
If you just go buy the juice, she be like, what took you so long? Yeah. Shit, everybody don't sell the juice.
Yeah, baby.
I was trying to help you out.
No, I'm down with it.
Well, watermelon is a natural
stimulant or something.
Stimulant for men, right? Okay. So if you're having trouble down there, you could just use
I'm good, but I'm gonna buy the watermelon.
Old school.
So that's why black folks like watermelon.
Yeah, she gonna come to my house like, excuse me, but why do you have 32 watermelons up in the fridge? Bitch, just don't worry about it.
So Asians do ginseng.
Go turn the TV
black
on.
folks do watermelon.
There you go.
Go turn it.
So if you get some watermelon juice with ginseng in it, nigga.
Oh, nigga.
I take ginseng every day.
Amen.
I'm trying to tell you. I drink ginseng tea. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I do the root once a week. I boil me a root.
Boil me an egg.
Back in the day, this fool used to have cases.
Of ginseng.
The ginseng. The big 60 packs.
The little round joints?
Yeah, man. He used to have cases of that shit. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I was like, man, hey.
They say, hey, man, you doing a lot of ginseng. I said, hey, man, I'm Japanese and Italian. I like soy sauce on my linguine. That's how I get down.
Japanese and goddamn Italian.
What?
That's how I get down.
Oh, my goodness.
I ain't mad at you, man.
Hey, so what's up with your boy Kyrie, man?
Man, go ahead, Dave. You want to go? I got a lot to say, but go ahead. You go first, Dave.
Kyrie is just he's a different dude.
World flat.
He's just a different dude.
World flat.
You know, I don't believe he really believes that. He just said that shit for the media. But But when it comes down to just thinking, when it comes down to thinking outside the box, I mean, if you looked it up in the dictionary, his picture's in that motherfucker.
Right.
So, you know. But
I think, man, you know, I think I know what he's trying to say. I agree only in the part of what I don't want to happen, because people have been getting on me about it. Okay. I don't want the narrative to be lost like it was 4 years ago.
True.
Right.
And 4 years ago when, you know, it was coming out that it was about police brutality, Cap took the knee.
Right.
Trump came in and said what he said, and then it went from police brutality to
disrespecting the flag.
Yeah, and he called us the son of a bitches. You know what I mean? So the players all of a sudden this time. So I think what happened was when the narrative got lost, I know it bothered me. So I think this time the players, I think people are really actually more in tune of what is really going on now. And I think that's why the players are like, look, man, they don't want the narrative to be lost.
Man, we got some background singers now. Black folks got some background singers.
Yeah.
Around the world.
Around the world, yeah.
We got background singers. So I don't think it's going to get lost. It's kind of funny if somebody ain't marching here, they marching somewhere in the world.
Else.
Did you guys see the young lady in Nigeria that she came out and spoke up, and they had a big conference?
Yeah.
And she said that the people in Nigeria were standing up with the black people in America, which I've never heard this ever said in my lifetime. Man. And she made a big deal about that. The country is watching. Their country is watching.
Everybody's watching us.
How America handled it.
They marching in Spain, and Spain is known to be racist.
Yeah.
And they marching in Spain.
Because even Spain was like, God damn, okay, I mean, we don't like these niggas, but this shit here.
Now,
this shit is ridiculous.
Do you guys think it's political?
Okay,
at this point?
That's a great question, because I got a friend, white guy, Jewish guy, and we go at it all the time because he keeps saying stuff like, we don't have a race problem, we have a human problem.
Bullshit.
That's what I say. I said, like, no, it's about, but he doesn't want to put it on race. He wants to put it on the human.
He might be right, because you got to think about it in the beginning, we were considered less than human.
Yes.
But my question is, who are we? This is my only thing. When he's saying race, is he only talking about black people or dark-skinned people?
No, I'm the one that's saying this about race. He's trying to say it's a human issue.
He's
so
saying
he's trying
that
not
people
to
don't respect all. They just don't respect humans.
Right.
Right.
So
not just blacks, but it's all people not respecting each other.
I will give him the fact that there has been atrocities on damn near everybody.
Yeah.
But when it keeps being repetitive and repetitive and repetitive, come on,
that's
dude,
his way
stop
of.
it.
That's really his way. He
I'm
don't
not
know that that's
addressing
saying
the
that,
issue.
but that's his way of saying. If you said Black Lives
saying
Matter, he
all
say
lives
all
matter.
lives matter.
Yeah.
That's just basically his
Yeah.
way of saying. And the whole thing, it is true. All lives do matter,
Right.
but that's not what we're
But if
on
all
right
lives
now.
matter, we wouldn't have to say Black lives matter.
That would be like man, this chicken is good,
Yeah.
and then somebody say, man, but man, I won't wear the steak. We ain't talking about no steak.
Yeah, right. And that's what I'm saying. And that's what I told him.
At the moment, we ain't talking about
We
steak.
talk about a specific thing right now.
Right.
We're not talking about, and that's the issue, man. That's a great question, Nick, because I believe that everybody's trying to make it politics now. And I believe that black people are unfortunately, I think we're falling into it. The media is making it about politics. They're trying to make it all around Trump. And I just keep saying, people can say what they want. They've been killing us before Trump got in the White House. This is not something that we're all of a sudden and I think they're trying to put it on him to take the issue off of what's really going on. We've been having these issues.
Of course.
I think the reason why we have background singers is because of the understanding of before racism was unseen. What I mean unseen in the fact of this. People were racist toward us and didn't even know what a black person looked like.
Right.
They didn't have no black friends. They had no interaction. They just followed a systemic line of black folks ain't. Mm-hmm. And the young crowd, this whole young crowd, and like damn near everybody got a friend that's black.
Yeah,
exactly.
And I mean, it's just so they
even though those parents, keep your thought, but those parents are the ones that are racist.
Right.
Their parents are the ones.
Right.
Okay, let's keep.
But that said, their parents, but the kids are like, what you talking about?
Yeah.
I got friends like, I mean, those my diehard homies.
Right.
You know what's so funny, and I always say this: every time you watch a movie that has, say, Jamie played in Robin Hood, but Kevin Costner played Robin Hood. But every time you watch a movie about a great, let's just say a great person, whether it's whatever national, Greece, whatever, their right-hand man was somebody black.
Right. That's real tough.
It's a trip. Their right-hand, the person that they relied on, the person that helped them through, make them be successful, was always somebody black.
Right.
Even with the first heart surgery, it was his right-hand man that didn't have the credentials, that really was the first one to develop the heart surgery.
Yeah.
So it's like every.
But they had us because this way they fucked up. They were gonna blame us, so they had to keep a nigga close to him just in case. Yeah, he was the reason. The heart would have been good if this motherfucker didn't breathe on him.
Like Jack Daniels, just recently, probably the last couple of years, said, "Hey, the recipe came
from a brother."
All these years, like.
Can we get reparations?
And so now he has his. Now they have his own line. Wow. He has his own line, but Jack Daniels finally said, "Hey, look, I just took this brother's recipe."
Let me ask y'all a question.
What up?
Do you think it's going to come to the point to where? Because I heard somebody say, folks are just lucky that we're looking for respect and not revenge. You think it's ever going to get to that point?
I think if
the
they
revenge
keep,
part.
Yeah.
I think if they keep killing us. I think if black people can, because that's what's scaring them right now. The fact that they're like, wait a minute, these dudes are like really not, they really about it right now.
Yeah, because if you look at history, nothing's ever been changed by a situation not becoming a radical situation.
Oh yeah,
so,
tired of being sick and tired.
Yeah,
we just gotta wonder where that point is.
I mean, we've already hit a tipping point.
For a minute, I figured it was really.
But are we gonna hit a breaking point? That's my question. Are we gonna hit a breaking point?
I believe right now, I believe it's a breaking point because we now know we have the world support, and I think now that's why everybody's coming out talking, and that's what I mean. I'm happy that they're talking about it now, but I'm kind of disappointed that some of these athletes and some of these superstars didn't talk 2 years ago. You know what I mean? Maybe not even when Cap took the first knee, but a year after or the year after that. But I think now it's the word fashionable to be able to say, okay, and it's okay if you come out and say, hey man, this shit ain't right. You're not gonna lose no sponsorships. You're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? Nothing. You're not losing
But
anything.
in defense of that, now you have cats like LeBron and a couple other folks who make sense.
But Bron been doing it for a while though.
But what if you had a bunch of Kyries coming out talking? Would you still feel the same way about athletes not using their platform?
What did Kyrie say that was so bad?
He didn't say anything.
He
didn't say anything that was bad. It's just that they're just raking him over the coals because, like I
He's
said,
saying that the game should be.
They shouldn't have a season
let's
because
just scratch this season.
Yeah.
Let's keep the narrative the way it is.
And really, what he's saying is not that bad. He's saying we should form our own league.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
And that really ain't that.
I'm all about Kyrie Irving. I'm gonna give me a jersey. I'm gonna wear a man jersey.
And so he's like, let's just keep it in his direction.
Right.
Now, somebody posted during Kobe's time, there was only 6 players who were in the amount of money that Kobe got.
Right.
Only 6 players. Now it's 30.
Yeah.
So they was like,
But you don't even need the players. And what I mean by that, you don't need their money because the way sponsorship works, they gonna go wherever the money is. So if I believe, cause think about the NFL. You could relate it to the NFL when the XFL and the WFL, you know what I mean, all the World Football League, everybody tried to do something. They got sponsorships. The problem was the NFL was just too powerful and they couldn't get the time slots. In the fall, there's nothing going on. We need, it's like the NFL keeps saying, but in the springtime, summertime, most people are out. You know what I'm saying?
But when I understood how powerful outside money was other than your contract, this is way back when Alonzo Mourning played for the Charlotte Hornets. That's back when LJ were there. So him
and Larry Johnson.
Yeah, him and Larry Johnson. They had a mandatory team meeting, and Alonzo Mourning missed it. And the press asked him. He said, "Hey, we had a mandatory meeting. What happened?" Alonzo Mourning got him and said straight up. He said, "Look here." He said, "I play for Charlotte." He said, "But I work for Nike," and Nike picked up that $10,000 fine for him missing that meeting.
Wow.
That's when I understood how important endorsements were.
Yeah.
well, in the NFL, all the endorsements and all the commercials pay the players.
Right.
The money in the stadiums,
Goes to the owners.
all that goes to the owners. And that's why it's a fight right now because they like, you ain't getting none of this money. The parking lot and all that, y'all
Well, that's
keep
why
getting that other money.
and that's why they
You ain't
also
getting none of this
that's
money.
why they also did not want to mess up their sponsorships.
Yeah.
Because sponsorships, that's the pay. If sponsors leave, I got to come out of pocket now.
Yeah, man.
And they not trying to come out of pocket, millions of dollars a week.
Now, I understand Kyrie talking about starting his own league, but I think you should just organize and learn to control what's already rolling.
He mentioned
like
go ahead.
companies. That's what companies do. Instead of trying to start something from scratch and to compete with something that's popping,
Right.
they just buy what's already rolling
Right.
and control that. So, because to start any business off the ground, I don't care who you are, how much money you got, it ain't easy.
But I think Kyrie is more. I mean, he mentioned starting their own league, but I think he's really more interested in them not playing and trying to keep the narrative alive. Yeah. And that part I agree with. But on the other side too, you talking about Kyrie who's making $35-40 a year. You talk about LeBron making $33-40 a year. But what about the boys? Number 5 and 6 on the squad who's making $2 million.
Part.
You know what I'm saying?
Here's the funny part. Everybody's saying, Kyrie, why you even have a conversation this? You're not even in the
That's
16.
another.
Yeah, you've been injured for the past.
No,
3
that's-
years.
No,
Yeah,
but he's not even in the teams that is going to play at Disney.
playoffs,
Yeah.
Like you're not even
Nets.
considered. So like you gonna be at home anyway. So everything you want to do, you can do
I
it
think,
anyway.
I think the Nets are in. The Nets are in, but I think what Dave said is what's the issue is he hasn't played all year.
Yeah.
So
they're not in.
no, they're in. No, it's like
I think they're in a position to play themselves in.
right. There's 22. They're playing 22 games.
If they do that 8-game thing, I think
Right.
they're in a position to play themselves.
What they're
in.
trying to do is get them 22 games to warm up. Don't blow shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Don't
And
get
then-
hurt.
Yeah, don't get hurt. And then by the time the playoffs come, you go on full speed. But I really believe that the reason I think you should go ahead and cancel it too is because it's not going to be the same. The
But,
field's not
the
going to
other
be the
problem
same.
is this is supposed to end in October. The new season starts in October.
Yeah.
It starts in
Well-
October 31st. Always Halloween.
I'm gonna tell you
weekend.
how they're gonna treat this. They're gonna treat this like they treat the Olympics. When the dudes play. 'Cause this is actually the Olympic year too, which they're not gonna be. But usually when the dudes play the Olympics, they play in August.
Yeah.
So they got a number of games. So now these guys, this season will probably be over in August, correct? Mm-hmm. So then they're going to say most of the time, most teams like you saw in the Last Dance, Michael and Scotty didn't have to practice in the beginning because they had played on Olympic team. Right. So I think that's how it's going to be played.
The headliners are going to get their rest.
Yeah.
And the young bucks just going to get more playing time.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
all it is.
I got one for you. Name me 5 events that you'll go to whenever they let things start being open. Name me ones that you would be ready to go to.
Well, I'll go to a comedy show because hopefully I'll be in it.
Okay, all right. that's one.
Check.
And the other one for me would be hopefully in New York for my premiere.
Okay.
So, and that's kind of iffy now with everything starting to crack. But that, I would say the movies. Okay, I wouldn't have a problem. I don't think I would have a problem with going to the movies.
Okay.
A bar, I'm not sure. Yeah, a bar. Yeah, if they're gonna lift it, a bar and probably the beach.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, the beach is not really an event, but I got you on that one.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But you'll go
because the beach is where a lot of this shit's been spread. You know what I mean? Like,
what about you, Dave?
Let's see. I'd go to a jazz show.
Okay.
I'd go to the movies. I'd go to, pretty much any kind of musical concert. 1, 2, 3. I definitely go out to eat. So that's obvious. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that's 3 and 4 for your ass, motherfucker.
Hey, don't count too high, motherfucker.
Hey,
you got to pull your shoes off in a minute.
That's as far as I can go too.
1, 2, exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I have a question for you guys now.
Sure.
Based on you guys saying you guys will go to these places, now is this contingent on them taking certain precautions, or if they just reopen, you in there?
I'm not gonna live scared, bro. I'm not gonna live my life scared. I just can't. And if they open it and they say we can go. Because we can go out here right now and get hit by a car, get shot by somebody.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna live scared.
For me, I agree with you on that one, D. I'm not gonna live scared. So,
Which I want to use condoms.
That was.
Hey, I said I don't want to live scared. I didn't say I didn't want to have the pleasure of life.
Oh my goodness.
Nigga, I'm going wrong.
Just because we don't live scared, that means we got to be reckless. Is that what it is, Nick?
That's the reality of what I was saying. I didn't have a 5. I didn't have a 5. My 5 or period is I'm gonna make sure I'm all right. And I'm gonna go in there and enjoy myself. I'm not gonna live scared. I'm gonna go in there, make sure I have my hand sanitizer with me.
Right.
Make sure I clean my area around me. Cause anything past that, I could have got it at Costco.
Right, exactly.
I could have got it at Starbucks. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
so y'all saying these companies don't need to take any extra precautions? They just
no. I'm not.
No, you got to do right. Yeah.
I said they gonna take the extra precautions, but people are scared of that. Like they just scared to go out.
But
period.
that goes without saying, Nick, because most of these companies right now, and whether you're a restaurant, any kind of business, they have to have some type of code now.
Well, let me say this though. This is what I'm asking. So my gym reopened, LA Fitness.
Okay.
So I'll go over there, and first I didn't feel comfortable scanning me with the little thing because that
I heard about what they did to you guys.
I don't like them niggas scanning my card, nigga.
Right,
so my forehead is kind of off limits. I'm like, I was like, put the gun down, nigga. Let me talk to you first.
Right.
So I asked her, are they taking?
It was radiation, homie.
I asked her, were they taking any? And then they not even aiming at the forehead. They hit niggas in the cheek and shit. So I'm like,
They not even looking at shit.
This shit goofy, nigga. So
A bad chick come in, they got her on the titty and shit.
Okay.
What up? Oh, my fault, girl.
so I was asking them, did they change anything? And basically she told me no. She said, nigga, like I said, did y'all, move the weights further apart, or she said no.
Did they introduce a wipe down protocol or anything like that? Oh,
No.
shit.
I said, I actually hire more staff. She said, well, we changed the solution in the hand sanitizer. Says, I guess it's whatever is required now by law.
Right.
And they put signs on every other machine. That's it.
I heard a friend of mine works for one of these, I don't know if it's LA Fitness or whatever, whichever one, but she said they have it where she went to work out. They can work out for an hour.
Okay.
And then they shut the place down.
Wipe down.
And then you can come back, but then a new crop of people have to come in. Yeah. Can come in as well. So every hour they're shutting it down. She's somewhere in Orange County, and they're wiping it down, and then
That's a
whatever.
little extreme.
Yeah,
Have anybody ever been to Equinox?
I am, yeah.
Now,
that's the high end of joint, right?
It's a little expensive. It's on.
It ain't no little.
I ain't gonna front you. It's 125, nigga. If you want to get down, it's 125 a month. But
125 a month.
yeah, I know you look a little surprised, but look, it's worth
Yeah,
it.
because I'm going to free joints. And fuck you, Nick. What you talking about? Look a little surprised. What the hell?
It's 125. Don't do that if you go in there.
He going to the YMCA.
How much you said? 125. Is that $1.25? Like this?
But this is the thing, though.
No.
At a time like this, I think all gyms should do this. I remember going to Equinox, and as soon as I got off the machine to clean it.
Right.
Right.
By the time my foot hit the floor, the lady came behind me, sprayed it down, and wiped it off.
Yeah.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would expect to happen going on at gyms, but that ain't the case. So I just wonder if you guys. So I put my membership on freeze for 3 months.
Okay.
So I just want to know: are you guys comfortable going back into these establishments if they don't take any?
Something like that is different to me, Nick, because I would be more concerned about going to a gym because you're following someone right after, using the equipment. And the gym, most of those spots don't have open windows. You know what I mean?
Okay,
now,
so-
the movie theater, I know what you're about to say.
Yeah.
The movie theaters and stuff like that is the same. But
Well,
if
it ain't
they-
the same because you're sweating. In the gym,
and
you're
that's
sweating.
true. And that's true, too.
Yes.
And that's true, too.
So it's a different. You ain't sweating if you
Yeah.
sweat.
But now if you got somebody in the movies and their ass is in their coffin, then what you gonna do?
I'm punch this nigga in the back of his head. Fuck you doing in here, man?
And that's the cold part about that. You can't even sneeze.
No, you
or
can't
cough.
without
You be
motherfucker side-eyeing you.
You like if you get you about to sneeze, you like, oh man, they gonna think. Like you don't.
Well,
you
remember,
can't even sneeze.
remember back in the day when
No, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Hey,
I'm
remember,
okay.
remember when the HIV first came out?
Okay.
And if you saw somebody a little thin and cough, you'd be like,
Yeah.
oh shit, what is wrong with this?
Fuck going
What's
on
the
with
fuck
him?
going on with him? So it's the same way now. You know what I mean? It's the same way with the corona. I mean, you see somebody cough, or if you walk by an Asian and they, I'm like, oh shit, Chung Ling, get the fuck up out of here. But someone tells me the Asian people knew so because they always wear a mask.
Did you guys watch Trump's?
Oh, his
Did you guys watch Trump's
the
speech
day
in
after
Tulsa?
yes, the day after he was saying that it was packed and they were showing. They were
6,200
showing that
people
it was but
for
they
a
were showing it was a
19,000
bunch
seat
of,
venue.
It was a bunch of seats just empty as hell. Because at the same understanding, if it wasn't for Corona, it would have been packed.
I think it would
but
have been a
people
lot
are
more people too.
scared. They were
Right.
there. There's a lot of people that's scared.
Right.
Now you being you said you Japtalian. I was gonna say you
Yeah.
Chinese and
Jack Italian and smoked Irish.
But I was gonna say, was Kung Flu racist?
Kung Fu the movie?
No, Kung Flu. That's what he called it.
See, I believe here's the problem. Where did they say it came from?
It's still not confirmed. though.
Wuhan.
Yeah,
Okay, but
that's
still.
what they said.
Okay, they said. They ain't
no,
say
they confirmed it.
Yeah, they ain't say Bahrain. They ain't say Kuwait.
But here's
they
the
ain't
thing.
say Egypt.
D.
They ain't say England.
Wait,
They
wait,
didn't
wait,
say
wait.
Pizza Hut.
But they say you fit the description.
Guess what? If he's black, I might.
Okay.
So I can't.
All right. Hey. Like I said, as long as it's a two-way street and it's cool.
Look,
But that's- but
I
you
ain't
can't-
looking over my shoulder for Ted Koppel.
Yeah, but my point being, though, D, is this: we can't. We're so sensitive as a country now, and everything
I agree.
we say, he say, you say, whatever is like, okay, what do they mean by that?
Yeah.
Did it come from Asia? If it came from over there, it did. Now, I think he shouldn't be saying Kung Flu because it's kind of making it as a joke.
Mm-hmm.
But man, come on, where did it come from? You know, I mean, shit. They're not when they said AIDS came out, they ain't say.
But
ain't
it
nobody
has a
get-
name though.
But when AIDS came out, what everybody kept saying? Somebody fucked a monkey in Africa. Ain't nobody. Am I right? Am I right?
They
And
tried to say it was us.
They
Yes,
said,
it is.
yeah, and not one time did anybody try to correct it. Not one time did anybody have a problem
No,
with
because
it.
it wasn't about them.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we have to stop acting like we can't. You know, he said what he said because they didn't come and defend us.
Speaking on Trump's rally, let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
How you think the March on Washington gonna turn out?
Well, here's the thing I want everybody to be very, very careful of.
Okay.
Don't let Trump's rally confuse you and think that he doesn't have support.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Because one, that could have been a COVID reason why nobody came out.
oh no, that was number one. There ain't no other reason.
I'm just saying, and that also could be because people don't want to be seen there. You know what I'm saying in the crowd,
Look,
so
look,
that
dog,
They don't care
They
about
don't
that.
care about that no more.
Not this crowd.
Like the people were hiding the last election. Now everybody is completely. Ain't nobody shame about being. I mean, nobody. And the only type of people that shame about being, and it done changed from that. The only people that was shame about being following Trump were black folk.
Right.
Ain't nobody else, but that didn't change.
Hell, he didn't even drug Diamond and Silk back out.
the baby girl in them?
He drugged their asses back out, looking like 2 tons of fun up there at the damn rally.
I wonder how much you paid them. They must make paint. They gotta be making some paper.
Not only did you have them, then you had the little coonery section out there, the folks who dancing
the one that was dancing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Ain't nobody shame no more.
Come on, man, stop.
Danny, now being that we're coming out of the pandemic, would you do a set at Trump speech?
Did I set?
No, would you do a set? If Trump was giving a speech, he invited you down. Would you go do a set?
Here's the thing.
Here we go.
I looked in the air. That nigga said,
Yeah, because I know
this motherfucker.
Yeah, this nigga Nick. Nick is trying to get me hung. No. Here's the deal. Let me be 100.
Okay.
Paper wise, I'll be like, damn, because I know he's bring you in for some
Chrisette
paper.
Michelle did that.
Yeah, she has,
and they nailed her.
Let me finish.
Okay, go ahead.
But the optics wouldn't look good.
Okay.
The optics wouldn't look good because it would be looking like I supported him.
Mm-hmm.
So the optics wouldn't look good. But as an entertainer, now, like the police take an oath or the doctors take an oath. We're supposed to, take care of anybody that gets sick. So whether you black, white, whatever, 1 leg, 2 legs, whatever, we're supposed to take care of you. I think as entertainers, our goal really is to try to just entertain. And a lot of our jokes are political jokes about people. The optics would not look right. So I probably wouldn't. Now, I'm going to share something with you.
Go ahead.
I won't say who told me, but when Cosby thing happened,
Okay.
someone invited me out to that,
Okay.
to the trial.
Okay.
Because I'm a bruh and he's a bruh.
Right.
And they said, yo, we want to get... I had made a phone call. Some real stuff. I made a phone call to a director friend of mine in town. And I said, because I was conflicted.
Right.
And not only because he was a bruh, but because he's a black man. I don't know all of the things. We can only go by what... And this director just said to me, he said, I understand. He said, but you got to ask yourself what part of history you want to be on if things don't go the way you hope they go. So if he gets off, it looks, okay, it's cool. But if not, then what is you know what I mean? And I'm not saying I wasn't going to support him or not support him whether he was guilty or elite, or innocent. But because of the kind of crimes that it is and the way that the climate is, you got to ask yourself what part of it of history you want to be on.
Look, let me tell you something. Let me make it real clear for you. If you keep that beard and do that show for Donald Trump, you're gonna be just like Samuel Jackson in Django.
Damn, this motherfucker.
Hey, Steven,
Let me keep it clear for you.
I ain't gonna take nothing from this nigga on this
All
neck.
right, do y'all want the
Greatest coon of all time.
Okay, do y'all want the
Not
coon
even
look?
close.
Y'all want the coon look? I'm gonna take my hat off one time.
No, don't hurt yourself.
Okay, cool.
Woo.
Thank you.
No, thank
But I'm
you.
saying, ain't
Keep
no.
that motherfucker
You know, Dave,
off.
I'm so
Chrisette
tired of
Michelle.
your ass, Dave.
So Chrisette Michelle said her thought was, now if she just kept it real and just said her thought was just, look, I was getting paid, but her thought was,
She's like made
if
$750.
she
made
went,
like $750 for that, right? She made like damn near close to $1 million for doing that.
it was high. I don't know about the 750,
Okay.
but she said that she felt that if she went and represented her people, that she would. That will be the time that she'll be, to be able to go and represent her people. Her views wouldn't change. She'd just be singing.
Right.
And everybody was like, nah, this means you supporting. You're doing more damage than you could do help. I think they went hard in the paint on her. Like they went to destroy her career.
And I don't think that's fair.
I agree with Dan. I agree with Dan on this.
I don't
one.
think it's fair.
I don't think it's fair.
I don't think it's fair.
And let me say something else on that.
Why couldn't she have just an opinion? What if she did?
Let me say something. Sometimes we don't have to have the most intelligent, the most book smart person to be in the room. I mean, Jay-Z's in the room with the NFL. And he was a drug dealer. Yes or no? Am I right?
I got you. I got
So
you.
I don't like the fact that we feel like we had to have a certain representative be in the room with Trump. sometimes you might need that street dude or in terms of Steve Harvey, where he did it for optics.
I was just gonna ask you about
But
that.
maybe Steve was in there asking him legit questions like, look, Donald,
Yeah.
we gotta help, man. We gotta help the people out.
Well, Kanye said this is gonna be the first time he vote, and when he votes, it's gonna
vote
be
for
for
Trump.
Trump.
Now let me finish something because he said he
talking
kind
about
of flipping.
He talking about again in 2020?
He didn't vote last time.
So he's saying that on this go around.
On this go around,
But
he's
he flipped it a little bit. But here's the point I'm saying. We keep talking about, well, we needed to have this person in there and this person in there. Or we needed to have that one brother in there, the late brother that died from Baltimore. That was the representative Cummings. Okay. No disrespect to the brother. I don't talk about no man dead. But Trump said, well, his city and the part that he was representing ain't never get cleaned up. So everybody got mad. So sometimes, man, the people we think we need to have in there representing us may not be the people.
But here's the thing. The reason why people got mad is because even though that may be factual, we all understand that the system is designed for that city to never get cleaned up.
Yes, but I ain't talking about the city. I'm using it as an example of representatives, Dave. I'm using it as, look, Blue isn't a comedian. But say, for instance, I'm talking to Warner Brothers about a deal, okay? And I got Blue in there. And why do you have him here? Well, because he's not even a comedian, so he's not an actor. Yeah, but he's a singer and he's read contracts before. I mean, I don't know. We all have something we can bring to the table. Now, if this man is willing to invite you to the White House in terms of Steve Harvey, do you say no? Especially the climate wasn't like it is now. But
I'm going to tell you, what happened to Chrisette was this. The decision put a stain on her shirt, and her reasons for it did not wash it out. That's it. Her reasons didn't fold enough
She needed
for people.
money.
People was like,
But
what?
I agree with you.
The reason just didn't hold
I'm
up.
going to say something right now that's going to be pissing some black people off.
What?
Now, I understand that's true.
Right.
I'm with you on that. Again, if I was asked, I wouldn't go because I know what the optics would look like.
Okay.
Especially if I'm up there laughing, then they're going to be like, oh, look at this. You know what I mean? They're going to go everything. But how many of these same powerful black people are going out and hiring this young lady or putting us in positions to work? You see what I'm saying? Maybe she's been out here for a minute like, damn, ain't nobody else giving me no work. It's just like I feel sometimes with black casting directors. I got one in town that I love to death. Her name is Kim Coleman. I don't have no problem saying her. Kim put me on Everybody Hates Chris, Real Husbands of Hollywood. Kim is one of the few black casting directors. When I walk in there, I feel like I got a fair shot to get the gig.
Okay.
A lot of them other ones haven't. A lot of the black directors haven't given me work.
Right.
But all of the white boys give me work. And if anybody's pro-black, I think y'all know I'm one. But what happens after a while when you're not getting respect from your own people or you're not getting opportunities from your own people? You still got to eat. She got a family to feed. I'm not saying what she did was right.
But
I'm
I'm not saying it's wrong. It wasn't wrong to me.
Right, because especially as an entertainer, we understand, man, we're just singing. We're going to do our thing. I'm not saying that it doesn't look good in terms of, but what it is, again, it's like with the Jay-Z thing. Everybody rides me for it, but I'm going to keep it 100. When Jay-Z asked all of us to boycott the NFL and not perform at halftime until Cap got in the league, he got on Gladys Knight, he got on Travis Scott, he got on Jermaine Dupri for having parties down in Atlanta. He rode him and went right behind the back and jumped in bed with these dudes.
Phone caller, what's going on? What you think about this? Phone caller. Phone caller. You didn't pay your phone bill?
Didn't pay your phone bill.
Hello, I'm sorry, my headpiece was.
Oh, okay,
Can
no
you hear me?
problem. No problem. What's going on, baby boy?
Okay, this is Anthony from New York. Piece of the
Oh, what's up, dog?
Experience.
What's
What's up, man?
Blue and Nick, you got to give me a couple minutes because I ain't called in a while and I got to get this in.
Oh yeah, I got you, dog. Go ahead, dog.
We have to focus, and when I say we have to focus, the situation in this country right now with the demonstrations and stuff, we have the moment is pregnant, and we can actually give birth to something that is lasting if we focus. And when I say focus, this is not about Democrat or Republican. I give you Claude Anderson again, who's been on this reparations issue for a minute.
Right.
Now, I'm not saying reparations won't come immediately, but look what's happened in the last year. You've never had every single candidate running, who's running, and it just happened to be the Democrats because the Republicans are in the White House right now, had to answer that question. And that's not because of Black Lives Matter. That's because of another force that's out here on social media that's been putting the work in with regards to deciphering what's actually going on out here.
Okay.
And
can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, sir.
And I'm happy you brought this up because here's my issue with this right now in terms of Biden.
Go ahead.
What you said is so true about us getting ours, right? But Biden put out there he believes black people should get it along with the Native Americans.
No, stop right.
And hold on. And I have an issue with that because they, no disrespect to Native Americans, they lost the land, but they were given casinos. You got any type of Native American in you, part of these casinos, you're gonna get paid. We haven't gotten anything. So when is the focus going to be on black people? When is the focus going to be on black people?
I agree with you. We did this work about 30 years ago, and when I say we did this work, let me tell you something. Not only was he wrong for saying it, but he knows what he's doing. He's trying to get those $5 Indians in there so that if they are forced to give something, you're going to have a whole lot of white faces in there getting. But when I say the work was done 30 years ago, what's understood is this has to be about black people because we, no disrespect to the Indians, they did not build this. We built this. And it's already earned. The reparations are already earned. That's what we got to understand. You can't get black people to understand that. Black people say, oh, no, it's like a handout. No, stop it. Your forebearers, your foreparents have already earned this.
So why are you saying, but that's the point. See, to me, someone like Biden should be, no, I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you. Someone to me, that's what Biden,
nothing. We've leveraged, no. The Democratic Party, we have voted for since Franklin Delano Roosevelt religiously, almost 60, probably over 60 years. And we leverage nothing. We just religiously give them our vote. He was dead just now. Biden was dead a couple of months ago. Sanders won the 2 caucuses. Biden coming into South Carolina, the Democratic leadership said, look, we can't go with Sanders because he's a socialist, he's a communist. So we going with Biden. And again, no leverage. And so now they talking about getting a black running mate. You have to play we have to begin to play politics like everybody else. What are you going to give me for this vote? We can't keep just voting for the Democratic Party. And right now, see, the Democratic Party needs the black vote. They can't win without the black vote.
He also said
one last time without the black vote.
Right. He also said
have the Democrats. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. He also said, and nothing against the LGBTQ community, but he specifically came out and said that's going to be one of his first, initiatives.
Kamala Harris also.
Right. So my point being, so I agree with you, and I'm saying, do I want another 4 years of Trump? No. But
no,
I'm tired. But I'm tired. I'm tired of
right.
But I'm tired of us being used. And
let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
Trump, even though I don't agree, and I can run the line on Trump more than anybody because I'm from New York and I go back with the history with Trump. However, in the position he's in right now, ain't been no major attacks on blacks from the standpoint of programs. Whereas for Biden, you got more people in jail because of Biden and with regards to his lockup plan with Clinton years ago. If you really want to look at it, and then for me, he let you know. See, when he made that statement with Charlemagne, the most important part wasn't when he said, if you got to choose between me and Trump, you ain't black. It's what he said after that. When he said, come on, man. He said, I voted for the Voting Rights Act. You niggas, in other words, you niggas ought to be happy because you ain't getting nothing now.
The scary part.
Go
ahead, Blue.
I guess, so listening to you, what... Have you made your mind up on who you're voting for?
Well, look, no. From the standpoint of voting, my vote will go to local elections, the national election, neither one of them. And why? Because you have enough black men in particular who are deciding to hold their vote. Why are we holding it?
But that's how we got stuck last time. We didn't.
I don't have no problem with this. I ain't got no problem with it.
Okay. But then you made your vote decision.
Look, I ain't gonna let the Democrats do what they've been doing.
Okay.
See, that's what they try to dangle Trump as though he the worst. They all the same.
Here's my thing with that. I just had to talk.
He ain't on us like Barack been on us.
Let me say this, your brother. I just had to talk with one of my partners today.
Right.
And Blue and Dave and everybody know my position on this. I tell people, here's my and hear me out before you get in. One,
I go catch up.
I have an issue where we're putting all of the racism on Trump because our country has been racist for years, and they've been killing us for years, and they've been throwing us in jails for years. So in saying that, I don't want the narrative to say, "Oh, this man been here 3 years, and he's the reason why the country is screwed up." No, this was the example I used today. The cake was made. The cake was there. He just came and put some icing on the cake. In terms of the attitudes of the people.
No, he lit the candles.
Lit the candles, Dave, hold on. Lit the candles, whatever. It's been there.
But
Clinton was the one that did the 3-strike rules.
I don't even think he did that. I think what he did
and Biden authored it. Look,
I don't think he did that. I think he let you see what the real flavor was.
Of the country.
Yes.
And the country's been like that. But that's a great hold on, but that's a great point, Blue.
Right.
Because
America deserves Trump. They deserve Donald Trump.
Right,
they
but
deserve him.
But let me
Go
say
ahead.
something. And Blue made a great point. All he did was pull back the sheets.
Most definitely.
So my issue is
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Yeah. But my issue
No, but
is
that's real.
But yeah, but my point being is I don't like that because this is why I've given up a little bit on politics. Let me just keep it 100. I used to be a CNN dude every day. I voted for Clinton.
That's your problem.
I voted for let hear me out, brother. Hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
I voted for Barack twice. I always voted Democrats. That's what I am. I'm a Democrat.
That's what I said when I started.
What bothered me was what bothered me was this, and this is what, and I want to see what you guys think about it. And Nick and anybody could chime in with their feelings on this. When I saw the inauguration of Trump, and I saw Barack and the Obamas and the Bushes chilling, laughing, giggling, it just bothered me. And it bothered me because at one time, Bush was considered the worst president we ever had. The most racist president we ever had. Kanye went on television and said Bush doesn't care about black people because he left us on rooftops in Louisiana, New Orleans for 3 days. And then all of a sudden, I see them together and I'm like, everybody just told me I'm supposed to dislike this dude, hate this man. And now the man that I voted for twice is hanging out with him.
Okay, let's switch the subject. Let's go before that then.
Okay.
I keep saying, and I'm saying this, and I've been saying this, when Donald Trump was in all our videos,
Thank you.
mentioned all our rap songs.
Thank you.
He's at the parties. He had Puffy's. He had Jay-Z's. He's had Russell Simmons. These are all it. Wasn't nobody hollering.
He was
a racist then.
Mike Tyson.
Right. Like that's the part I don't. That's the part I can't understand is y'all all. That is like all of y'all were in bed with him.
Everybody.
Complicit.
Bro,
until somebody said he was gay. Then it was like, well, yeah, I don't know him. like,
gay, but racist.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like everybody was laying up in bed, drinking with him and chilling, and then the denial part came.
Here's the crazy thing about it. Here's one thing I'll tell you about. I forget whatever year on The Apprentice that Holly Robinson Pete won.
Okay.
They had a big gala in Beverly Hills.
Okay.
At one of the biggest cribs I had ever seen in my life.
Okay.
I was there. Okay. A lot of big names was there. Okay. They were honoring Trump.
That's all I'm saying.
So
it's been that way from
so
day one.
I asked that question. Look, I'm not saying this dude is. I don't know the dude. But I'm saying is, everybody that we kind of respect, from Puffy to Michael to Oprah, anybody that we really looked up to as, I think, as entertainers and people, entrepreneurs.
Dude, Donald Trump was our DJ Khaled.
Man, every rap song,
Let me say one more thing, not to cut you off. And that's why I'm saying it's not about him and it's not about Biden. It's about what we can leverage from either one of them.
Right.
But what we have to do right now is with the Democrats, we gotta make an example out of them.
Okay, people keep saying that. I get that. I get that
And,
part.
no,
but who's the person
the
that's
real
going to
question
say?
ain't
Who's the person? Who are we putting in that position to say what you gonna do for us? Everybody's saying that, but who do we have?
Real talk.
But see, this ain't what the Jews do. The Jews don't care who in the position. Why? Because they got a functional economy, and they know whoever in there, they got to come see them.
Right.
The Asian community ain't worrying about who's going to really win. Why? Because whoever's in there, they have a functional economy. You got to come see them. Years ago, when I say 30 years ago, Steve Coakley told us what the issue is, and he said with regards to reparations, you ain't going to get it because you got one group there who is controlling the purse strings of this country.
Okay,
this
well, who's our group? Who's the leader of our group?
The Zionists control this government. When they give us the whole thing about Russia, you can forget the Russia thing. Nobody has more control of the government than AIPAC and the Zionist lobby.
I got you, but who's our group? Who's our group? Who's the person that whoever becomes president? Who's the person they gonna have to go see? Who's representing us?
We don't have anybody.
But I'm gonna give you something that was said, because just for ain't no more Adam Clayton Powell. Okay, forget it. So what they said 30 years ago, what we need to do, everybody you see in there, they playing the game. Isn't it funny that nobody talked about black police reform with regards to these police? And we're going back to Obama administration with everybody that's been killed all the way up to now. But all of a sudden, when the streets begin to talk, and so you got to have no elections to get police reform. So Biden has to get elected, Trump has to get elected. Just the streets talking.
But that's
get a little bit. You're gonna get But the point I'm making, they try to make everything seem like, oh, we got to vote, we got to vote.
Right?
No, not necessarily. You get the right action, you get the right movement.
Right, so, and on that part, again, police brutality, they've been killing us for a long time.
Exactly.
No matter whether there's a Democrat or a Republican in the White House. So
I agree.
I will agree on. Here's my issue on this. And this is crazy. This is conflicting, what I'm about to say. Trump has just put into some type of measurement to have reforms in terms of how it's being reviewed, how police brutality is being reviewed, whatever. We haven't had anybody else. Now,
he said that himself.
Yeah, right. So it's conflicted because I'm a Democrat. I ain't scared to say it. I know how I voted.
You ain't, because you said it 3 times.
Ain't that a bitch? This nigga he finally got an extra toe, and now he can count.
Wow.
That was pretty good.
Thank you, baby. I worked in. I was waiting when I could throw that one too, bro. I was like, I'm gonna get this nigga foot in this.
Last thing, and I'm gone.
Go ahead, brother. No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
This moment is pregnant because, Nick, you do the Bible, and you know that in the Bible it speaks about a people serving them 400 years, and then after that time, God said He will come and He will judge that nation, and He said we will come out with great substance.
But He also said you wouldn't know when He was coming.
Everybody who goes along with the 1619 to the 2019, we understand. That's why the words. See, it's not a when Jehovah sent Moses to ask to say what He said to Pharaoh. It wasn't about a complaint or a request. It was a demand, like Frederick Douglass. The power conceives nothing without a demand. It was demand, meaning or else. Pharaoh, you ain't gonna be able to just ignore it like you used to. You're gonna either answer this or something's coming behind it. And they understand the spiritual nature of what's taking place right now. That's why you see some of the shakeup. These statues coming down, all that's fine. Hey, again, Steve, I'm giving you Steve Coakley again, because one thing he said, even when they were talking about pulling our Albert Pike statue down years ago, he said, you can do the statues. He said, but how can we leave J. Edgar Hoover's name on the federal building where our tax dollars go to as much damage as J. Edgar Hoover did to the black community? From Marcus Garvey on the way up. You know, his name got to come down. If we're doing the statue thing, J. Edgar Hoover's name got to come down. I don't want to digress. We're in a moment where they understand that this is a demand. That's the impact. That's why everybody had to answer. It was too penetrating. But just understand that whole situation with Pharaoh and Moses in Egypt. They're gonna resist, and then you're gonna get another plague. You're gonna get something else keep coming, and then finally, when the pressure's on, they're gonna finally say, "Look, okay, fine. Here's some reparations." And the reparations, like Professor Black Authority and Professor Black Truth, the ones who really behind this, Roman Claude Anderson behind this movement, they. Reparations across the board. That includes not just cutting a check. That means a Marshall Plan, just like you built up Europe after you bombed it, Germany and the others, and Japan. Same thing for the black community. And we ain't nobody else included in that, just the descendants of those who were enslaved here. And they are going to say, just like when Pharaoh finally said, hey, you can have your reparations, Moses, go. What did he do after that? He said, look, I had a second thought. Go kill them. So when they come to us with this, they're gonna come in a few months and say, "Hey, y'all niggas y'all citizens had your vaccines yet?" I'm gonna leave it on that. But
much love,
brother,
baby.
But thank you for calling.
We appreciate the call, though.
Nick, you want to say something?
Just for clarification for the people out there listening, that point in the Bible was not referenced in 2020. So I know it says 400 years, but that was talking about the time that they were in captivity.
That's
in
what I
Egypt.
was about to say.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I know everybody's kind of amped up thinking we're going to get out of this tomorrow.
No.
But along the side of that story, the important part about that story, if you go back and read it, was the fact that God had respect upon the children of Israel, not for voting. They didn't vote for a new Pharaoh. He had respect for them because they came together and they asked him for help.
Mm-hmm.
So for all you black people out there that want change, you should take a lesson from that. Maybe not necessarily vote, but change the way you live in your life. And maybe that
Because it may not affect you or not, no matter who's in the White House.
Well, I think this is happening to black people, and I just think this is a man thing. I think this is part of being a man. You have to govern yourself. I think we're constantly looking for other people to govern us.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it be, we shouldn't have to have people to tell you not to steal, rob, and kill your own people. You understand? So when white people say, but black people kill each other, and we get upset about that, we should listen to that.
Yeah.
Because that's embarrassing.
And you know what they do?
It's embarrassing.
And the ace in the hole card is always Chicago. Anytime something goes down, when I talk to some of my white friends, and
Great
here's
point, Danny.
one thing I want people to know, as black people, the only way that we can learn as well is to listen to other people that don't look like us. And what I mean by that is you don't have to agree with them, but at least they have an opinion too. And whether they were the oppressors or whatever you want to say, people still that are white or another nationalities, they have opinions too. And I've had a number of friends or people that I consider friends, and I'm talking about police brutality or whatever, and I'm going hard in the paint. And then they'll go, yeah, but 108 people got shot in Chicago last week.
So Dan, you know what they're saying? Black people, this is what they're telling you. How can we respect you when you don't even respect yourself?
They've been saying that for the longest.
And just so you know, the Bible tells you this. The point of black and Hispanic people being commanded to keep the commandments is so that the other nations would have respect for you. That's literally what it says. It says that's why he gave us these rules to live by, so that the other nations can look at you and respect you. But if you don't live by that, you see how they look at you. Like if you're going to shoot yourself in Chicago, who gives a fuck if we shoot you niggas on TV?
Yeah, it's the same.
Who gives a fuck if this Asian man slaps this black lady in his store?
Again.
No one cares.
Again,
because y'all don't care.
If Black Lives Matter, then
Blue.
why doesn't it matter to you? That's
Say
basically what they're saying.
And that's the same question I got.
And I also get the question from them, and through a conversation that I had was, hey, doesn't Jesse Jackson live in Chicago? Yeah. Doesn't Farrakhan live in Chicago? Like, oh shit. Yeah. What? And isn't Barack from Chicago?
Look.
No. This is the thing they're telling me though.
A lot of power that bees are from Chicago.
Right. Okay.
Michael Jordan. Oh,
Yeah.
So
Kanye.
Isaiah Thomas.
Bernie Mac was Chicago. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of powerful
people. So people come. They say to me in the argument, you know, your leaders, the people that are there, and it's still being done.
It's been more black leaders in Chicago
and out of Chicago
of power and out of Chicago than it has probably been in
when they had Mayor Washington.
So what do you?
Everybody thought that was.
So what do we think it is? So what do we think it is?
You know what I think it is?
We got a call.
Oh, you want to take the call?
Yeah.
Go ahead. You know what I think it is?
You want to hear what I got to say, or you want to take this call?
Nah, nigga, we don't want to hear shit. You gotta say, shut your ass.
What's
you, Dave?
What's going on?
Damn you, Dave.
Hey, what's up? This Trey out of Cleveland.
Oh, what's up, dog?
What's up, Cleveland?
What's going on?
Are you an Ohio State fan? Hold on, bro. Are you Ohio State?
Oh, of course.
Okay.
Every day.
Okay, because I went to Ohio State. Then you can talk, brother. Be good.
You drove by that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Ain't
I
that a
wanted to
bitch?
comment on the topic, though.
Just because you was a janitor there, don't mean you went
there.
Go ahead, dog. I'm sorry.
Man. They was talking about Blue's job. Excuse me.
Wow.
Go ahead, dog. My bad.
I was thinking. I heard what everybody just said, and I was wondering, like, you know, what everybody is saying is basically, we shouldn't be killing ourselves, and we shouldn't be, shooting each other and killing each other in the hood. And I understand that, and I agree with that too. But that almost sounds to me like that's something that's inherent in us, and I don't think we're born to do that. I think that's something that was put upon us under the conditions we were brought to this country under, and it's a subsequent result of that. You know what I mean? I don't think we're born to be violent towards each other and death and destruction and steal and rob.
We're not, but why do you?
Those are the conditions we were put on.
How can we expect change?
True,
from other
but
people?
when do we take our own onus and break the chain?
That's what I wanted to say, Dave.
Right. So
when
the
do we?
understanding is we want change from other people, but when do we do the change for
And,
ourselves?
and bro, think about what you just said, my man. You said you gave an example of why it started, right? And where it might have came from, correct?
Yes.
So if you can say, and I'm not saying you specifically, but if you can say where you think it started and why it started, why can't somebody say, yo, this is bullshit, let's stop it? Like, because it's almost like knowing, okay, I'm running up my electric bill because every time in the summertime, because we got the air conditioning on and everybody leaving the door open. You know why your bill's going up. So eventually, either cut the AC or keep the door shut.
But yet still, when you come back home, you walk through
This
an
was
open
my
door.
question. Do you think the Million Man March or the March on Washington is going to do something this time?
Nope. I don't.
I mean, I think it could. I think it could, but I guess my larger point is,
Go ahead.
if this is something that's been happening to us for so long, it's almost like training. You know, we're kind of trained to see each other a certain way as the enemy. You know, and that's not something you're born with. You kind of like train. That's something that's put upon us. So it's going to take a long time for us to actually get up out of that mindset.
What you know,
what we've been
but you
taught.
know the problem is that our young people, they don't care. Because young people are looking at it like, you know, I'm cool with blacks, I'm cool with whites, so they don't care in the hood.
And everything in this world, when they show history, and I mean history, I'm talking about the history of the development of man, the history of development of plants, of animals, everything evolves and changes. Where's our evolve?
Where's our
evolving and our change? Like you saying it's gonna take some time, but you know, my mother said it's probably not gonna happen in my lifetime. Okay, my mother passed away 2 years ago. She was 90 years old. So are we saying that it ain't gonna happen in our lifetime? Like when are we going to evolve in the understanding of forget about what was happened to us years ago, and the new development is our understanding of how we're processing it now?
I would agree with that when it comes down to economic growth and that kind of stuff. But to just to say, okay, stop killing each other, that shit don't take no time to do it.
It shouldn't. I mean, it shouldn't take any time because it don't cost you nothing.
And just to point this out, Mike Hart in the chat room says we didn't shoot each other for the first 350 years we were here. We were put under slavery. Woo. So we weren't shoot. So I don't think I agree to say that it's something that was taught.
It is something
but
taught.
But
like Dennis said,
thank you.
If you get to the point where you can acknowledge where it's coming from, you can no longer point the finger over there. You have to at some point close your door, turn the air off, or shut the fuck up.
Because now you got a new reference point, so start there.
Cannot recognize one. You cannot not recognize one of what they've done to you without understanding the other.
Exactly.
You can't recognize one. So if you don't recognize this part, then I can understand you not doing this part. But you cannot recognize that.
It's like, you know, it's like this. Hold up, bro. It's like this.
Okay.
I'm not from L.A.
Obviously.
I grew up in...
Clearly.
Thank God.
No doubt about it, because you'd have cut that beard.
Praise the Lord. Won't he do it?
You know what, man? If I had this 9mm on me, all three of you niggas be dead, man. I'll shoot you through the window.
You're already talking about black on black crime.
Okay, my fault.
You are from Chicago.
But no, I'm from Philly now. But here's the point. But here's the point I'm making.
Okay.
Because y'all LA dudes, this is why I'm saying it.
Okay.
And I got a red shirt on because I'm a Philly fan and a red hat. And I don't know shit about the gang situation here.
You don't want to wear a Philly hat.
Exactly. No, but that's the point I'm trying to make, Nick.
Right.
I go down Slauson, I go down Florence, and I'm you know, looking for a place to live. I'm all jolly, and dudes approach me, and I'm catching heat.
Right.
When do we as a no?
You got the Philly hat on his. You got on the Philly hat.
I understand what it represents.
It represents bad choices,
but
not just. No, go ahead, dog.
Sports world and real life.
At least we ain't the Dodgers choking in the goddamn playoffs. But hold on, brother. Hold on. No, you don't go nowhere. Just keep your thought. So, my point being is what Nick said. Okay, we know the origin of where things are starting.
Right.
When do we stop? So when does someone come to me and go, "Hey, my man, this is what this area is about. Obviously, you're not from around here," or blah blah blah.
But then you just don't understand the communication. That's what they mean in LA. If I say, "Yo, where you from?"
Yeah.
What hood you from? Because I'm giving you a chance.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I could have just shot your ass.
Now, I've heard people get shot off of that, though.
No, no.
Nigga ain't from nowhere.
Yeah, because I think you're lying to me now.
See, that's
scared.
that's
You're
your
scared,
problem.
nigga.
Like,
But I'm saying like that's what that communication is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Hey,
go ahead, brother. Go ahead,
can
my
I
man.
end off with, I'm gonna end it off with this though. You know, I take all those points, and I actually agree with a lot of them too.
Okay.
But I know when I was a certain age, I think I was like 30 years old. I'm 35 now.
Oh, okay.
I actually took a trip to D.C. and went to the African American History Institute.
Yeah, that's I heard that's
And man, it was so profound, and it actually changed my life. And I'm ashamed to say, you know, a lot of that stuff I didn't even know until the age of 30 when I went. And I think a part of why we do those things to each other and treat each other a certain way is because we don't know our history. It's not taught in the schools. It's not.
True.
It's not taught at home a lot of times even.
I agree.
So
Don't
once
know
I
our
went
self-worth.
there, I had a total, you know, different disposition towards my people. And I think if there was some way that we could get our youth and get our people in general to go
So
to
why
that
not
place
move that shit to Chicago?
and see that the hours of history
shoot
that's
at it.
locked up in that place, we'd be a totally different change race just by that.
The
I
Chicago
know
thing
once
is
I
crabs
have
in the bucket.
Once I have my
Yeah.
son is older, I'm going to take him to D.C. to that place, and
Right.
it's going to change his life just like it changed mine.
Hey, man,
That's
appreciate you calling, man. Call
Thank
back
you, my
again.
brother.
That's dope. Appreciate it, brother.
Yep.
Go Buckeyes.
So you think that the march is not going to change?
Let me
Because
say,
I ain't gonna lie, the Million Man March, I thought
that's what I was about to say.
I thought it was about to do some serious.
And guess what?
changing.
It did for about 2 weeks.
What year was it? 70s?
No,
That's
Million
it.
Man March. Million Man March was
What's
Was
it?
it-
80 in the 80s, late 80s, mid 80s.
yeah.
What's it like? 80 what?
I
Late 80s?
don't know.
Like
But
87?
can you Google it? I don't know.
I don't think late 80s.
No, no.
Yeah, because Get on the Bus was about it. So
Yeah,
it was,
I don't
it was
think
about
Oh, that's
late
what I'm on.
80s.
I just watched that.
Yeah,
Great
it
movie.
wa- it
Shout
wasn't,
out to the 90s.
It was
So,
yeah.
but I was like you, Blue. I'm like the Million Man March. We all together.
Man, it's
Ain't
about
no
to go
fighting.
down. It's
Everybody's.
about to go
You know
down.
what? But the problem with us, I believe,
no follow up.
and greed. Greed has killed this country, but greed has killed us. Because there's been situations, man, that we could all come together to be leaders and work on a project or something like that. But there's got to be one guy who's the leader, or I got to have the last say, or whatever. Instead of going, look, we're in this together. The paper gonna get split the same. Let's just go ahead and make the best move for us. We're not doing that. This is why I
Our
respect.
problem is we get full off the advertiser and not wait for the.
But this is
whole
why
full
I
course
respect.
meal.
I always
But you know what?
respect.
To
Go ahead.
add to that,
we
I
get
also
used to it too
believe
quick.
it's a matter of who's going to sacrifice the most. Folks don't want to sacrifice anymore.
I have a question based on
Yeah.
what Blue just said, though. What is this is my question for the people.
Go ahead.
What is the full course meal? What are we asking? Because this is what
What do we
think,
want, huh?
This is what I think everyone's failing
do
to
we
realize.
ultimately want?
This is what I think everyone's failing to realize, that the obvious is there's not two different groups of people that run China.
Yeah.
There's not two groups of people that run Africa.
That's true.
There's not two different groups of people who run Japan. So what exactly are you trying to convince these white people to do? Because if you're telling them that you want to run their country, you need to
forget
think
that.
about what you're saying.
Yeah, you forget that.
So that's what I'm confused on. Are we talking about we just want to be equal? So are we saying that their standard of living is where we want to be? So that's what I'm kind of confused on. What are we asking for? What is the full course meal?
What you think, D?
I think as black people, we just want to be treated as fair as we possibly can. I don't even think we care about what we do or do not get. I really don't.
Yeah, we do.
No, hear me out though, D. Hear me
We
out.
want the same thing. It's like being in first class for your first time. You're like, oh, what, am I gonna get some of them peanuts too?
Right.
I want everything I'm supposed to get. Like,
Yeah. But
we want everything we supposed to get.
But if you think about what the initial conversation was about, which is police brutality and stuff like that, I believe that black people would even take a second look if they knew that officers were being charged and at least getting ready to go with the trial for cases. This all came about us not having these police officers brought to trial. This is all came about the district attorneys going or the prosecutors going, before they even get to court, we don't have enough evidence here.
Ain't nothing we can do.
Yeah, ain't nothing we can do. So this is not about court. Hold on, Blue. This is about not even getting to court. And this is where whole buildup was.
Even then, okay, check this out. So my man in Atlanta that got shot, right?
Right.
Shit, which one?
The recently, the one that got shot in the parking lot.
Ray Shard. Okay.
Yes. They're going for first-degree murder on him.
No, felony, yeah.
And they're not gonna get it.
But
they know that. See, the thing about, you know why they do
right.
it? But you know why they do it?
Because
when they put it out there, black people get happy and go, yes, murder.
That's what I'm saying.
Not knowing the law.
They're not gonna get it. And then you know what's gonna happen?
He gonna sue.
They're not gonna get it, and it's going to put us back in another uproar because we're gonna feel like we've been.
And the sad thing about it, this was gonna happen. Just because there's having black people on social media saying it. I didn't want that brother to get killed, but I understand why he got shot.
Why is that?
Because if you're going to go ahead and act like, no matter, even though the cop knew what it was, let's keep it real. I'll keep it real on that. But if you're going to act like you're going to do something to a police officer, you giving him the okay to shoot.
Danny, hold on, Danny. That's not the law. The law.
I know, Nick, I know it's not the law, Nick.
Danny, hold on. This is the issue. The issue is this. We're giving the police the right to make the law. That's not their job. So you can't give them the leeway to say, yeah, I understand, but that's the issue. The issue is their job is to uphold the law.
Right.
Not to make it up, not to put your extras on it. So the law says if they break into the studio, we could fight, we could wrestle, anything. He could stab me.
Right.
The moment he turned to run to leave, if I do anything to him, it's on me now.
Yep.
And even if I say, well, obviously he's a dangerous man, so I'm scared that he may come back or he may do something to me outside, that doesn't justify me doing anything to the man while he's running away.
I agree
That's
with you.
the law. So we have to hold them to the law.
But we already know that the optics are always going to play in their favor.
Yeah, but that's because they keep making the suggestion, and then we go, oh, yeah, okay. We can't do that no more.
Danny,
it is what it is.
And I'm not agreeing with it at all.
But Danny, this whole situation was graded on a curve anyway. Mm-hmm. I'm the police officer. What grades it on the curve is he's drunk. So I know I'm not dealing with somebody, whether it doesn't matter his nationality.
Right.
I'm dealing with somebody that's not fully in control of themselves.
Right.
So I have to have an understanding on how to deal with them. I can't deal with him just like a normal person that's got all of his faculties.
Or wouldn't you say, Blue, if I was a cop, I would have an understanding that if I tried to place someone under arrest, I would expect them to run.
Expect him to run.
Just like if I tried to whoop a child, I would expect the child to try to stop me and move, because that's a human instinct. Like when you said you was going to get pulled over, you're not a felon. Your instinct was to run.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because that's a human instinct.
Right.
So we can't take those and say, well, he did run or he did try to wrestle the cop. Yeah, nigga, because that's what you do when someone's trying to take your freedom.
Right.
You also know that when he went to shoot the taser, it's not a gun.
Yeah,
it wasn't even working.
And he missed.
But it wasn't even. It wasn't charged. It wasn't even working.
I'm not happy the brother got killed. But the point I'm saying, if you're looking,
so if somebody running away from you now, if it would have been opposite, forget about the police.
Okay.
If it would have been opposite, the number one thing that has put a lot of people in jail is if they can see that somebody's been shot in the back, that is saying that the situation was running away from them. It was going away from them. So they couldn't have been in fear of their life if they shot the person in the back. That a lot of people went to jail for that. I know this young boy that went to jail in college.
Right.
His first year, based on the bullets was in the guy's back. And they were like, so how was you threatened?
They already say that. They say if somebody break into your house and you shoot him in the back, you going to jail for murder. Because they were leaving.
Because that makes sense, Danny.
Exactly.
So that's it.
But my point, okay.
Go ahead.
What we know the law to be and what we know have of the police that have been convicted for these type of incidents, we know that the percentage is very, very low for them to be.
And
yes,
that's the problem.
And that's the problem.
They probably not going to get that.
So my point being is, when you say murder, when you say we're going to, the case is going to be murder one, it's not good. Now, people can say, like, well, man, hey, I'm bucking slave in the night or whatever you want to say. But the truth of the matter is this. If you think you're going to get a case just because they said murder, don't you think the first thing they're going to say, well, what happened? Well, he did beat me up. He did do this. Well, he did resist arrest. And I'm not saying that the brother should have been shot. But all of these things they're going to say. Now, in Nick's point, he's going to say, yo, but you shot the dude in the back. And guess what the white boy going to say? Well, it was just a quick reaction. He turned around, I didn't know. So
let me tell you, what they used to do back.
And I want y'all all, everybody in the chat room, and I want everybody here to really hear this. Remember this, because when this trial comes out, I want everybody to have the same energy and say, "Oh, well, it's not fair that he got off. He not going to jail for murder one."
So let me tell you what used to do being back in the day. And people say, "Oh, people weren't drinking as much then." Then you can kill that.
Exactly.
When the police officer found the person in the car and had been drinking, they would say, "Hey, call somebody, call your family, call your wife to come pick you up. Leave the car here, and they'll come pick you up. You go home. Rest. Come get your car tomorrow."
So
that should have been the same understanding to me.
So do you think we should allocate part of the police budget to that, like a little Uber service for drunk drivers?
Probably so.
So that they don't have to deal with. I think some of the issue is.
I don't think we should do that. I think it should just be automatic, Nick. I'm agreeing with you. This, as a cop.
No, I agree with you.
As a cop,
it should be common human
there
courtesy.
You go. As a common courtesy, you know what? And
because he was sleep in the car,
guess what?
obviously because his back mental mind said, "Yo, man, just sleep."
Okay, so Blue. On that note,
but he was sleeping in the.
Then on that note,
Blue, you hit me.
On that note, what about this? Okay, then where is the civilian's responsibility to not just go ahead and call the cops and to maybe call the Uber for the man?
Well, here's the issue with that, because I said the same thing. I was like, if he was parked in the parking lot, why'd they go through this? But then it was that he was parked in the drive-through.
He was passed
It wouldn't
out.
matter if he would have been. By law, you cannot hit that. It was law all the way up, and by law, you cannot be operating the vehicle, which means you can't be in the driver's seat with the key in your hand. Even if you're in the passenger seat, you have to have the key.
Right.
You cannot. You can be drunk in the passenger seat, but you better put that key in your trunk.
But my point, Blue, is when I first heard the story, I'm thinking the brothers just parked in the parking lot.
Right.
And I'm saying, why would you call the cops on the dude if he just parked in the parking lot sleeping? You don't know why he's sleeping. But when I found out that he was in, and then I saw the video in the drive-through. Now, say what you want. Credit to the police. They didn't come up there like gangsters on this one. They knocked, "Hey, buddy, blah, blah, blah." You know what I mean? "Hey, my man."
Not to mention they had a 30 to 40-minute interaction with him.
Which I felt like,
I
felt that was their mistake on that part. I felt you knew he was drunk. Once you took him, you should have just said, "Look," like you said, "Hey, man, let me get you an Uber home, okay? Go home." You still gonna get the case. You still gonna get charged.
No, I'm gonna be
I
honest.
can still write the ticket.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The thing that's getting homeboy, and everybody keeps saying it, what's really getting him is the moment. Okay, you felt that you was in fear, all that, but where was your mind when you kicked him?
Oh, you mean the cop?
Yep.
Cop.
Oh yeah.
Where was your mind when you kicked him when he was down?
If anything, he gets charged for.
Bullets inside of him. Where was your mind? That makes everything else
irrelevant.
Right. Because, but
it shows the mental state.
he was,
of you.
It shows that how angry he. You know what it was really? Be honest with you.
Right.
White boys got his ass beat. Both of them got beat by this one brother, and they was not trying to go back to the station and had the motherfuckers be like
on YouTube.
Yo, nigga, you let this nigga beat
Knock
your
that
ass
at
and take
You let a drunk dude.
Nigga took your taser.
And take your taser. Oh man, you niggas sit up. You got death duty. You know what I mean?
You think it's a and me personally, this is what I believe it is.
Right.
I had a gun pulled on me by cops at 10. You feel me?
Too.
Me and my brother walking down the street, and the cops pulled us over, threw us all on the thing, pulled the guns out. I'm 10 years old. I got a big bag of chips, the supersized bag.
Right.
He tell me that he got a report to say some people robbed the liquor store.
Wow.
And he seen me with the bag.
They use that all
I'm thinking I'm 10 though.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fine, but I'm 10. So where I'm gonna get tools to rob anything?
Right.
But that taught me a lesson at an early age about how they look at us.
Right.
Even at 10, I was a threat to them. You understand? So, like you said, for one man to whoop on two cops, y'all got tasers, handcuffs, guns, pepper spray. You got everything you need.
Mm-hmm.
Back up, everything.
You know, I had lessons.
And you still got hip tossed by a drunk man.
And that's what they pissed about.
So I've had a cop tell me that when I tell you to do something, you do it. And I told him, I said, nigga, that ain't how it work. And I was with my cousin. He got a little nervous after I said that. I got a little scared. But my point was that their job is not to enforce the law. It's to uphold the law.
Uphold law, right.
So we keep calling them law enforcement. And I think that's the issue, that they're running around trying to enforce things.
Well, we call them that because that's what they've been doing for the last, however they've been
that's what they started
existence.
calling themselves. I watch the news now, and now they call them law enforcement. They don't call them peace
look,
officers or police officers anymore.
Today I was looking at this YouTube video of this young brother. I forgot his last name. Bell. Not the one from New York, but it was a brother in 1955. This is crazy. It was a 60-minute show from 1980, but the killing happened in 58.
Okay.
And it happened in Milwaukee. I'm trying to find it now. And I was listening to the whole video. And they planted a knife on the guy. They shot the brother. They said they shot the brother from 23 feet. It came out that they shot him 1 foot from each other. And then they tried to say he had a knife. The one cop went with it. Both cops went with it. But then years later, like in the mid-70s, the one cop, it just ate at his whole ego. It ate at him. We came truthful and said what happened. They played back. I was watching all of they played back for him to set up the cop. He called the other cop who had moved to Colorado and had to get him to confess that he shot the guy.
Okay.
Do you know what the other cop said in Colorado? Because the guy said, well, look, why did you do that? Why did you put the knife on him when you know that? He's saying that so that he can get him to confess to it. And he says, well, you know how we was taught in the academy? They said, if anything goes wrong, put a knife or a gun in the hand and protect yourself. This shit ain't nothing new. And again, I don't want anybody to take what I'm saying, misconstrue what I'm saying. I'm telling you, when this brother beat the kick, if anything, is what he's gonna get charged for.
Yeah.
They gonna find a way to get him off on the murder joint. He ain't doing a lot of time. And on top of that, the other cop was going to be a witness, they said, and then he withdrew his name from that.
Yeah, he did.
Because the union got to him and said, hey, my man, what the fuck you say you gonna do?
Yeah, what the fuck
No,
you
you
doing?
sit your ass down and let us handle this. This is what we do. So, again, what we said earlier. Now, here's the point. Everybody's gonna get mad at me. When do we just say, take the L? When do we just start taking the L? You know you're drunk. You know you've been driving. The cop got you. My man, fuck it. Take the cuffs. Get your ass. Fight it in court and get home to your family. When do we start taking the L? I ain't talking about the L on if you're getting abused from the get-go. Yeah, you fight back and whatever happens, happens. But eventually, man, we got to make these changes. We got to get them to change. We got to vote them to change. And of course, I think radical change is going to happen. But Blue, if you drunk and you know you drunk, and the cops say you're on arrest for drunk driving, why you gonna put yourself in that position?
Because you're drunk. You don't have, because sometimes you don't have control of yourself. You're drunk, man. You don't
when
have
you're
control of
drunk,
yourself.
you know what the fuck you doing.
Not every time, man. Not every time. And like there's levels of people have to tell you, you was whistling. Like you be like, what?
Yeah,
you was doing the worm in the middle of the
right.
No, man, don't even. Like I honestly always say, if I didn't remember it, that means I also know what you tell me about it.
Right.
Before we take a break, I want to set this up. Nick, did you was able to download? So the first thing that I'm gonna set up is I did a conglomerate group song called "As We Speak," and it was based on the George Floyd and the Breonna Taylor. It was basically a song where we come together and different talents, and we did a video for it. It's kind of a trip how we did a video. Everybody did their own part, and then
at the crib,
and they did it together. It was put together by Wyatt Jackson and Glenn Rubin. And then the second thing you're going to see is I released on Father's Day a live EP of my album Out of the Blue. Five songs, me live on the radio.
Blue, this is bullshit,
mastered,
Blue.
and
Blue.
I put a bonus song on there.
This is bullshit.
So you're gonna see the commercial for that. So we're
me
gonna
and
take a
Dave,
break.
me and Dave been here the whole time. We didn't even get the album
And
first.
Nick is gonna play it.
We didn't get the album first.
Okay, you got a computer download.
Speak for yourself, Chemo Southern.
You got one, ain't the second
Dave was
bitch?
on it. Much love.
I'm tired of being a second child.
Dave was up. Dave sang on. Here you go, Dave. Some chip.
Oh my
As we speak from the land of let's go crazy, Jim Crow behavior not as pretty as Paisley. As we speak, a bird watches Central Park, exposes the bias towards a skin that's dark. As we speak, his Fitbit will not compute his last steps when the gunman decides to shoot. As we speak, protests start with peace and quiet, then escalate with the fire of a 60s riot. It's not enough to cry. It's not enough. It's not enough to wonder why. As we speak, it's not enough to say I'm your ally. It's not enough. It's not enough, y'all. To just stand by. Stand by and watch. It's not enough, y'all.
Don't pretend to be colorblind. Don't pretend that's a good thing. Don't pretend the American dream
as we speak
is working.
No equality in education, sick and dying across the nation.
The divide only growing stronger. We the people can't take this any longer.
It's not enough
to be angry.
It's not enough to hope and pray.
It's not enough to feel anguish.
It's not enough
to wish it all away.
It's not enough,
no mother should have to tell her baby that others will avoid him, judge him, hate him, hunt him, just for the color of his skin. What kind of world are we living in? Broken, unjust, divided within. Show your face, show your pain. Choose to love, choose to make a change.
Come on, gotta get up, get up, get up, get up and scream and raise. Get up, you gotta get up, get up, get up, get up and keep and change. Get up, we gotta get up, get up, get up and fight well. Get up, we gotta get up, get up, get up, get up before it's too late. Get up.
As we speak. As we speak.
This is Blu Mitchell, Blue Eyed Soul. This is Blu Mitchell, Blue Eyed Soul.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Blu Mitchell Live. For those of you who enjoy recording that sounds just like the record, look no further. Blu Mitchell Live shows and proves that true R&B is alive and strong and showing no signs of going away. Grown and sexy grooves coupled with timeless soulful tones, Blu Mitchell Live takes you on a journey that will make you move physically and emotionally, and definitely leave you craving for more. True R&B, y'all. Blu Mitchell Live. Available anywhere music is sold. Much love.
Yo, Casanova, what's good with these niggas, man?
What'd you say?
Is that the chick from Cut Close?
This is just a sample track. I don't know where they sampled it from.
That's right.
Yo, Casanova, what's good with these niggas, man?
www.thugsman.com.
too dope, kid.
You want me to switch it up for you, Blue? Hang on 1 second. That one was almost over. Danny, you want me to turn your mic on?
Am I up? Yeah, I'm good.
I was just asking if you needed
Ain't
your
that a
mic.
bitch?
I just wasn't sure.
Keep it 100, baby. Keep it 100, darling, yeah. Keep it 100, baby. Keep it 100, darling.
99 plus
D, tell them why you want to keep it at 100.
Keep it 100. Keep it 100. Keep it 100. If you want to talk to me, you got it. If you want to talk to me.
D, tell them why you want to keep it
If
100.
you want to talk to me, you gotta keep it 100.
I don't think I'm asking a lot when I ask you just to keep it 100.
If you want to talk to me.
For the mathematicians in the house, that's 99 plus 1, baby. It's real simple. I do me, you do you, and then I do you. As long as we keep it 100.
You want to talk to me.
Keep it 100, baby.
Keep everything above board, sweetheart.
You gotta keep it 100.
Keep it 100,
Because where I'm from,
yeah.
players gonna play. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it 100, baby.
If you wanna be with me, you gotta keep. Okay.
Hey, you didn't do too bad there.
Didn't do too bad.
I was a little worried there, Danny.
Okay. Oh, I can hold a note.
We ain't gonna say hold it, nigga. You might be able to grab a note, nigga. You know?
I could grab a note.
Hey, Nick, that arthritis helps.
Yeah, hold's a little aggressive,
Exactly.
nigga. You ain't gonna say hold.
You know what? I want to tell y'all something.
Please don't.
Sometimes in your life, people will do you wrong. People will treat you so wrong. It's up to you to do the right thing. It's up to you to make your life
I met you in Philly, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
You told me you was on
I
parole,
met you
baby.
in Philly, baby.
around
your
the
way to see
hilltop.
your PO?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I'll give you a ride.
I was in Philly, killing with the chili girls. I was on the street corner, killing with the boys. I saw my man Blue. Hey, big brother, who are you? He said he's from LA. He was in town, trying to get the beats of that Philly sound. I said, come on, my brother, come and hang with your boy. We got out and we started singing Nothing George. Yeah. I didn't have a word. It came up too quick. Yeah. Boom.
I met you in Philly, baby.
Yeah.
I met you in Philly, darling.
Yeah, yeah.
I met you in Philly, baby.
West Philadelphia is my home.
I met you in Philly, darling.
It's where the hustlers roam, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Yeah.
And we're black. And this is Out of the Blue.
All day long.
That song be coming out next year called Met You in Philly.
Might be coming out your ass.
Yeah. I picked that hook because I thought maybe that would inspire you.
It did until Dave.
Wrong.
Till Dave started killing dreams again. You know, I would never tell you guys as a kid what I wanted to do because I probably would have been a crackhead. You motherfuckers kill dreams quick.
Oh,
I want to be an architect. Nah, nigga, you
And
ain't gonna
those
make it.
aspirations have changed?
Yeah.
No, I'm still dreaming about being a crackhead.
Okay.
Funny as hell. So, you know, Breonna Taylor.
Man, sad story, brother.
Sad story. But let me roll with some facts. There's so many different stories.
Okay.
So that happened in March 13th. Police officer came in with a search warrant, which was a no-knock search warrant.
So he didn't come in.
Right.
The nigga broke in the door.
Breonna Taylor, it was her apartment. She was 26 years old.
EMT.
She was, emergency room tech. Now, the guy did a no-knock. They said they announced themselves, but okay. But I'm just going to go with facts. They did a no-knock. The boyfriend, Breonna's boyfriend,
Hero,
heard somebody trying to get in. And he started firing. His name is Kenneth Walker. He started firing at the door. Now, the true facts is he did not know it was police at the door because when he called 911, the 911 said, there's somebody trying to break in to my girlfriend's apartment. So that was a guarantee that he did not know who was coming through the door.
Mm-hmm.
The officer fired several shots.
Wait a minute, which one? Because
No, this one, it was more than one officer firing, but the officer that hit her,
right,
mainly hit her, firing his gun, he fired several shots, striking Miss Taylor at least 8 times, which is kind of weird. How you try 7, but you get 8? Does it go in and out? Like, was it an any outie?
Hey, that was
It could be an any outie.
That was that Kennedy magic bullet.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. But the FBI is now taking over the investigations. The Louisville court,
which means nothing. But keep going.
taking it out of hands. Homeboy has been fired. Now, the boyfriend was brought up on charges, but those were dropped based on the judge who issued the warrant. Said that what he realized is that they didn't give the grand jury enough information of the situation to get the warrant.
You do know that the guy they were looking for was already in custody, correct?
And and the address that they should have been was 10 blocks or 10 miles away? Let's see. The address that they was it wasn't even nowhere near her. That's for sure.
I think you need to have a college degree to be a police officer. From here on
I mean,
out.
if you got to do 2 years of college to go to NBA,
to do anything.
yeah.
At this point,
why can't you at least have the same understanding to be a police officer?
or just maybe some type of degree.
Something.
Maybe a communications degree.
I think
maybe that's the bare minimum.
Either communications degree. Most police officers, if they want to go to the next level, they take one in legal justice or
No,
most of them.
Yeah.
If any time when they get a degree, it's really just
degree.
because it's like with the military. If you come in with a degree, you get a higher grade.
Yeah.
But you don't have to go to college at all to be a cop. And I believe you should have at least 2 years
of something.
Social studies.
Well, no,
social science.
I think communications.
Communications.
What?
I think you need to.
Well, social science is for everything.
You know?
Yeah.
And then I also think you need to be, have a psychology or a psychologist
Reevaluate.
Evaluate you before you even can get to accept the
But
job.
they take a test for that, man. It's all bullshit.
Or what about how they do in the military? I know in the military you can only serve a certain amount of terms before you have to take a leave. You know, what if that was implied in the police force?
I said that. I said that. I felt
that a
cops.
few weeks back.
Yeah, I said cops should be.
Oh, my bad, Danny.
No. But I'm happy you brought it up. It's yeah, motherfucker, pay attention. God damn it, Dave remembered. He's goddamn producer. Who heard this nigga right here?
Go ahead, tell us about your genius idea. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. No, but I believe
Danny has 2 degrees.
Yeah, I got 2 degrees. Yeah, from the Ohio State University. But I believe that that'll get you stabbed. Nigga.
Some people go there for sports. What'd you go for?
Did you say the pink eyes?
I went. I went there to watch the game. I went there to watch the game. What the fuck you talking about?
Okay.
This
You was
season
a
tickets.
fan.
Yes, I was a big fan.
I went to college because I was a fan.
Don't bring a knife to a gunfight.
I ain't gonna bring no knife. Cause, But check it out.
Yeah.
I believe that cops should have to be at least taken off the streets after 10 to 12 years. And I think you should, because there's no way you don't get burnt out over this stuff. And you should be inside the desk.
I would say reevaluate it every 2 years. Because you can get
I'm
jaded
with Big Dave
real
on that.
easy.
2 years.
Yeah, you can get jaded real
You ever been with a
easy on
woman
the
2
streets.
years?
Huh?
Man, I've been with a woman 2 days.
No, I'm saying you been with a woman 2 years. That should start to wear on you a little bit.
Yeah,
so I'm
dude.
saying, imagine being a cop and dealing with people and the same people. all the
Same
time,
shit,
you know?
day
Or
in,
how
day
about
out, day in, day
2
out.
years on the street, 2 years in the office, where there's court office, where there's whatever, but it's 2 years off the street where you're not as jaded for a
So
while.
2 and 2.
2 and 2.
Then you come back.
You know, you got to do 2 years for sheriffs. You got to do 2 years in the county.
But that's yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm with you, but I don't know. Maybe 2 years off the streets.
2 years off
But
the
I think maybe definitely need some time away from whatever they're doing. That's causing them this much stress.
Yeah, you should be saying, next one on the docket.
But you know what, man?
Should just be,
Yeah.
that's that when you get up in the morning, you're not stressing about work for 2 years. At least, you know what I'm saying? You're just the judge. You're the judge, bailiff, or you work in the front desk of the police
Working in
department,
custody
like
or
you,
whatever,
yeah,
so-
or I mean, you should be off the street because I think after a while you do get jaded.
But again, I don't want to give them no pass. You know what this job entails when you first
signed up.
when you sign up.
You knew the job was dangerous.
So-
and you took it.
Not that I don't want to give it a pass, but when you recognize something, do something about it.
I'm with Blue on that.
You know
If we realize
you
it-
recognize something,
Yeah.
because obviously
Yeah.
what you've been
it's like
doing
what
ain't
we were
working.
saying about the whole personal responsibility as far as Chicago goes. If you see a problem, do something about it.
Right.
Yeah, I think the people in Chicago, y'all, just like y'all was getting in front of the police and shit, y'all need to go get in front of them gang members, man. On some real shit. This is getting ridiculous.
For real.
Do you know how many people died? You know some little girl just got killed, a little 5-year-old girl just got killed in Chicago?
Yeah.
Just got shot and killed over the weekend. So for all you Black Lives Matter members out there and you vegans, nigga, and you niggas planning to vote, go do something about that.
That man, let me tell you something. March on Washington about that.
Are
March
y'all-
on Chicago.
Are we doing a
That's
Million
what
Man March this year?
That's what
Man.
I'm thinking. Why don't we relocate
They
that
doing the
instead
March
of
on
from
Washington.
D.C.?
They doing the
relocate it to Chicago
57
and form some kind of
57
outreach program.
Ain't nobody trying to go to Chicago and
the
get shot.
57th annual anniversary of the March on Washington with Martin Luther King.
What? Now I wasn't alive during the time with Martin Luther King and
Neither
they,
was I
and
either,
they
'cause
did
he
the
died in
march.
68.
But what was the point of the Million Man March?
It was.
What was the point? It was the same thing here. It was. Remember, the Million Man March was after
After Rodney King.
After Rodney King.
No. The first one. That was the first Million Man
That
March.
was the one we had.
In 95.
No. That was done with the one that.
I was talking about the original March
Dr.
then.
Yeah, that wasn't.
What was that about?
March. That one. Okay, so the march that was based on. That was where Martin Luther King did his "I Have a Dream" story. It was the March on Washington for Jobs and Freedom. That was the main basis of that. And the march was organized by the Big Six, leader of civil rights movement.
Mm-hmm.
So Philip Randolph, Whitney M. Young Jr., Martin Luther King Jr., James Farmer, Roy Watkins, John Lewis, Bayard Rusty was the chief organizer of the march. It said more than 200,000 people participated. The focus was civil rights. It wasn't a Million Man March. But this one that's about to come up in August is supposed to be the 57th anniversary of the March on Washington.
And the March on Washington, what did that change anything? Did anything change after we?
They got better sneakers.
I believe that was behind the segregation law.
It was under the segregation law. So the boycott on the buses, the segregation law.
You mean the first one?
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the first.
No, I'm talking about the Million Man March.
You thought the Million Man March? Because the first one wasn't called the Million Man. It wasn't no Million Man March. It was just a march. It was the March on Washington.
You was around for the Million Man March. Ain't nothing changed.
I remember the movie Get on the Bus.
Yeah,
but I don't remember.
That
the
movie
march
Get on the
too
Bus
much.
came to probably that.
Was that a Spike Lee joint?
It's Spike Lee. It's probably that summer
Yeah,
after it happened.
Definitely great movie too. Yeah, I don't. This nigga said they got better sneakers after this Million Man March, but yeah, I don't know. I don't. In my lifetime, at least, I haven't seen marching change anything. So that's why I was just kind of confused on why we going back. How we don't go back to marching.
That's why I'm saying
it doesn't change anything.
It's going
to
cool. require radical change.
They'll let you march from San Francisco to San Diego and back. Won't say nothing to you as long as you want, and they'll laugh at you. Look at them. They marching. Look when they walking. Ain't shit gonna change. They ain't gonna do nothing. They don't understand nothing
hit you
until
with this when you walking by.
Yeah, they don't understand nothing until people get radical. Unfortunately.
But look at it. Everything that they've done that where shit got changed, it was through radical change.
Right.
Yeah, they did get America that way.
That's what I'm saying.
When they wanted, this is the thing. When white people wanted change, they was down to shoot something about
exactly. Matter of fact, they were even willing to go against their own brother.
Yeah, because they ain't taking that shit.
Because we want to keep these slaves, and y'all talking about set them free. We don't want to do that shit. So guess what? We're gonna go against the ones who say we have to do it because now you're taking away my rights. Yeah, but we on the same side. Fuck you. We want to keep these slaves.
Anytime they want to change the laws, they change the law.
But I think that's the only way to get change is you have to. War is necessary for change.
It's got to be.
I don't think this.
I hate to say this, but they don't understand. The white man understand two things:
What?
Fear and fuck with his money.
That's it.
Only two things he'll sell his mama. He'll sell the family down. When he feels his life is in danger, then hey buddy, let's just talk about it. Or if you mess with that money, because if it wasn't true about the money, when Black Friday happened years ago, they wouldn't be jumping out the windows.
Question: now that you brought that up, this whole blackout on the 7th of July, do y'all feel one day is enough?
No.
What is the blackout?
Especially,
not spending your money. So
that same thing in Black Tuesday where they was.
And the same thing they do through the holiday. Black people, and
my,
this is us. We don't never do it.
You don't spend it one day, but then you buy everything you didn't spend.
The day before, the day after. That's why I'm thinking, why is one day gonna make a difference, especially in the economic downturn? Wouldn't it be more telling if it was like maybe a 3 or a 5 day?
Or how about we just pick a very popular day to do a blackout? Let's say Christmas.
And I was about
so
to say
let's say
but that don't work.
Hold on, Danny.
Danny.
If we really want to cause some damage in the economy,
not the day, the whole Christmas.
Let's say we just from now on out, we boycott Christmas. That ain't got nothing to do with black people.
True.
White Jesus ain't got nothing to do with us. We boycott Thanksgiving. That shit ain't got nothing to do with us.
True.
What else is out there? Easter. They ain't got shit to do with us.
True.
The two number ones is Halloween.
The only problem I have.
Okay, so Halloween and Christmas. Let's start there, Blue. Let's start with Halloween and Christmas.
Okay, yeah.
Black people. Forget about the 7th.
Let's not fuck with Thanksgiving.
No. That's about killing. But that's about killing your people.
I know, but I gotta eat, nigga. I'm sorry.
So you can eat any. See, niggas like Dan. Listen, now when we start lynching niggas, Dan is the first nigga on the list now.
First one.
I'm fucking with you.
No, nigga, no.
Nigga, you just said
you
it.
You out there now, nigga.
It's in the universe.
Yeah,
hey man, you threw me this joke. I had to go get it.
You are a comic though, so you do get the past.
Thank you, man.
But yeah, so let's say instead of boycotting a day, let's shoot for one of their holidays. And I think that'll send a better message.
But Nick, we tried that with the Christmas. Remember, we asked people not to buy. Shit. And man, Man, they said TVs was $4. Niggas was all fighting for them.
Yeah, but see, you saying not to buy. I'm saying forget the entire holiday.
Again, but
let's not even go. So if you want to buy something, that's fine. Right. But I'm talking about all the extra stuff, your trees, your ornaments. That's gonna hurt their pockets.
I did that shit in 3 years. So
more than you know what I'm saying.
If we just skip Christmas period, it would be be crazy.
I wonder how much money the country generates. Right.
I'm telling you, the two biggest is Christmas and Halloween, and it tripped me out because I thought it would have been Easter or something like that, but Halloween makes sense because you buy all
and that's a big holiday, believe it or not.
Celebrate the dead, which I don't understand. So.
Like they battle against each other. Christmas and Halloween battle against each other.
So there you go. Hey, thanks for that, Blue. There you go, black people. There's a plan for you. Get the 7th, nigga. Let's shoot for the December 25th. It's over, nigga. Yeah. Shut it down. I'm with that.
I mean, you don't have to
down with white Jesus.
So we cool with Thanksgiving?
Hey, how about you know what we should do on Thanksgiving? We should chase Danny, nigga. It should be a hunt for Danny and Green, nigga, like a turkey all Thanksgiving. We should hunt Danny, nigga, on
single,
Thanksgiving.
Man. Hey, man, come on. I don't care what holiday.
That motherfucker said, I'm single.
I need Thanksgiving.
Danny, do you eat lamb?
I love lamb.
Okay, so let me give you some game, okay?
Is lamb good?
Let me give you some game.
Okay.
There's
some game.
Thank you for that, Blue. There's a holiday that your ancestors celebrated, black people, called Passover.
So who are your ancestors, niggas? They mine.
Well, no, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Because you need
to be reminded.
You need to be reminded. Because you need a day to eat all of a sudden, okay? So I'm going to give you a day. There's a day called Passover.
Okay.
Where we're celebrating essentially what the pilgrims will celebrate when they celebrate Thanksgiving.
Okay.
All right? So you should look at it, and you can have lamb. You can eat turkey. Whatever the fuck you want to eat. Okay. You should look in the Passover. We can celebrate Passover instead of Thanksgiving. So you can still eat.
And Passover is Easter, right?
So keep this in mind, nigga. On Thanksgiving, we are chasing Danny, nigga. That is the goal.
You show up at my house and getting shot.
We're going to hunt this nigga on Thanksgiving. Yeah, but go for Passover, man. Get you some good meat.
I love lamb, too.
Danny believed all of that history. He still believed that.
Hey, shoot. Black people are the ones that make Thanksgiving hip.
What?
Okay.
White people had turkey, bread, and mashed potatoes with milk.
No, they didn't.
They ain't had no mac and cheese, nigga.
Them motherfuckers had.
They had cranberries.
And Indians and Indians.
Okay.
That's what they had.
Great point. Do you know what the cranberry represents?
I don't know, but it's tasty.
Ain't that a bitch? Shout out to the Native Americans.
My God.
Shout out to the Native.
Hey, you know what Dallas said? Civil rights ain't on the menu.
Yeah, shit, nigga. That's the day.
Silverware is on the menu.
Silverware, silver platter.
He said, I can't eat civil rights.
But Danny, to your I know we're laughing about this, but just to shed some light on how funny this is, though. If you look at all of these holidays that we participate in, what Danny is saying is the reason that we all do it.
Yeah.
If you look at all these holidays, they trick you with giving you food, gifts, and candy. So if you can't tell your child you can't dress like a superhero and get candy, you look like a bad guy.
Right.
If you tell your kid you can't get free gifts, nigga, and celebrate, you look like a bad guy. So that's kind of the trick behind it. So I feel you, Danny.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, I feel you. We still hunting your ass come Thanksgiving.
I was scared. I'm like, how am I going to eat? These niggas got me at the house looking at TV. Don't think about Thanksgiving.
Okay, about to pass out.
Yeah, pass the fuck out.
Well, since we here, what made you smile like a monkey with a gold tooth this week?
This nigga right here.
That sounds racist.
This nigga, yeah. What made you write the monkey with the gold tooth?
Blue, when I read that, I said, I don't know if he meant to put this. Monkey and gold tooth.
What made the monkey and gold teeth?
It's only racist if you believe that.
No, it's racist because of down south. That's what they have.
That's if you
they got gold.
Black folks are monkeys.
That's a good point. White people technically believe they came from monkeys. So that really ain't got nothing to do with us either.
If you believe, you know.
Yeah.
That's like that.
I'm surprised
saying, and when she go, well, he said bitch. And he said, well, you a bitch? No. Then what? He ain't talking.
You know what? You got a point. So if that's the case, and that's what they believe, then every monkey in the zoo should be let loose right now.
That's a great point, Danny.
See? I'm educated, goddammit.
Let's not go that far.
Okay, my fault. But it was
you are a Buckeye.
Let all the monkeys free.
Or
Let the monkeys free.
But you know what? Cat Williams had a good joke about that.
So
he was like, okay, now if that's part of evolution, I said, how come the motherfuckers ain't still evolving?
You know, so
great point. Great point. Shout out to Cat.
The black civil rights degree went to the whitest school.
I went to the whitest schools.
I said, the whitest
My
school.
undergrad we had 12 black people and 11 of them niggas played ball. So you know.
So what you're saying is you really a light skinned nigga.
Well,
Yeah,
yes.
tell you.
The white man is my friend.
Don't say that out
But
loud.
that's what happened when you got.
And then I went to Ohio State.
You got to clean up and they give you education.
Hey, man. Shit happens, man.
What made you smile, man? What made you smile this week?
What that little ass brush gonna do?
For the beard, homie.
Oh, okay.
For the who?
The beard.
That brush ain't gonna get through that Uncle Remus shit that's on your chin.
All
You can
doing is
forget
itch-
about that one.
All you doing is itching your skin. What is?
You know what's fucked up about this show, man? Everything, nigga.
So obviously, so
You
obviously,
niggas-
you telling that brush is what made you smile today.
No,
This
no.
week.
Found this brush.
No. I'm gonna tell you what made me smile this week.
Okay.
Like a monkey with a gold tooth.
Okay, here we go.
I was playing online poker. I won $1,700.
Are you serious?
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah,
Like in real money?
real money.
How do you claim that shit?
I can't say it because we're just know that I was having fun.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah. And on top of that, my documentary got accepted into another film festival.
All right, congratulations
Let's go
on
back
that
to the
one.
1700.
Nah, we can't talk about that. We're on national airwaves,
all
young
right.
man. No, yeah.
That's all right, man.
But you know, man, hey, you know what's funny though?
What?
I can honestly say this, man. I have been, and I know why it is. So I'm gonna keep it 100.
Okay.
I haven't really been down in terms of my feelings and my attitude during this whole pandemic.
You said that it was because you're not financially struggling.
And that's so that's really been my whole thing, you know what I mean? And it's crazy because it's not crazy, but to be honest with you, I know if money-wise I was having issues,
Right.
I can't even say how I would feel about being on the show, you know what I mean, Blue?
Right.
But I will say that I've been blessed by God to be able to and that just makes me, that's why I use the company. I mean, I'm happy. If I was saying anything made me happy, is that, man. Just being able to pay the rent, pay the bills, have some money in the bank, have some money in the pocket. You know, just keep it pushing, man.
Hey, man. Hey, look. Keep being able to have balance in your life works. What's yours, Dave?
Watching my niece mature into the young woman that she is, because she just left and moved to D.C. She left on Friday, so just spending time with her. We went to dinner last week, and just listening to her conversation and her maturation is just that, you know, I know she's going to be all right, even though I really didn't want to see her go.
How old is she, and what'd she go to D.C. for?
She is 32.
God damn, Dave, she's a grown-ass woman. Let her go.
Hey.
This motherfucker, I thought she was like 18, 19, you know?
No, come on, man.
And she beautiful.
No, I'm just saying.
No, I understand, though. I mean,
yeah,
it's
you know,
still,
it's just having to officially
Right.
let go, because now I won't even see her. You
Right,
know what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you, I got you.
But yeah, you know, it's just that's my baby. So, you know.
I understand. And that's real talk.
And then you always talking about this. What did you eat this in the last 2 weeks that you liked the most?
I got a picture. No, I'm gonna tell you why. Cause Blue, you gonna be proud of me, Blue.
Okay. Oh, you made it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
okay.
I'm gonna show you this picture.
Okay.
And then we gonna
Impossible.
Dave. God damn you. And for real, don't worry about the cases. I made this.
See, now anytime you
Don't
say
worry
don't worry about it.
Well, don't worry about
What the fuck?
the foam container that you get from restaurants. He made it.
Right. So, but no, I really did. I really cooked it. I cooked that. I had salmon, shrimp, and rice. I grilled the salmon.
I'm gonna be
under
honest with you. This really looks good.
And so I was and I've been actually to Nick's point, a week and a half ago I did have lamb. You know, because I like the lamb chops. So I've been trying to cook more and, you know, cook a little more healthier. And also it saves money, you know, instead of being out there buying food all the time. Because, you know.
You think you could ever go plant-based?
I can't. I
like meat.
I like meat.
tried it.
Yeah.
I like meat.
I'm a steak dude, Dave, and
I'm a carnivore.
I can curve it.
You say a carnival?
I'm a Leo.
A carnival.
Nigga, that's nigga. Don't mess it up, nigga. Let it go.
Did he say it right?
No.
Dave.
Okay.
All right, well, say it right then.
Carnivore. It sounds like
no, nigga. He's a carnival, nigga.
You know
That's what I'm saying. A carnival.
He a clown.
Tomato, tomato. You know what I'm saying? Tomato.
Damn,
Tomato, tomato.
these niggas in the
Nick,
they-
I tried to let that motherfucker
Hey, look,
go.
check
and I
this out.
couldn't.
Check this out.
That's my dog, though.
It was pretty clear, though. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
You know what I like about it? He committed to it.
speaking
Wait.
of,
No, the funny part about Danny didn't know what you was talking about.
yeah, Danny said, "What's wrong with the carnival, nigga? I've been a carnival my whole life."
Hey, look, I know what I was saying in my head. I didn't hear what I was coming out of my mouth.
You know. Guess what? You know all I saw when you said that.
What?
I saw Speedy over there like, what'd you say?
He'd have been just like you.
Hey,
Somebody tell me what the joke is.
Speaking of being a carnival and Lamb, if anyone, you guys all live in the valley, correct?
Yeah. Right.
All right. There's a Jamaican spot out here called Jamafo.
Where's it located? Where's it located?
It's right down the street on Sherman Way, and it's a 22213 Sherman Way. It's right here in Canoga Park, literally down the street from the office.
Told me about that. The week before last.
If y'all want some bomb Jamaican
222,
food,
okay.
I've had the jerk chicken, I've had the oxtail, and I've had the lamb.
And the Mexicans are cooking?
No.
Okay.
It's a Jamaican. No, I wouldn't even went in there. It's an old school. It's an old school Jamaican dude back there. Yeah, so go check that spot out. It's called Jamafo. We'll put in the.
That was terrible.
Check that out.
Dave, what did you have good this week? Last 2 weeks.
Shit. I went to Delaterra.
My boy's Italian restaurant over there off of Beverly. And
this
the street
motherfucker
is,
said a word I didn't even hear before. Delaterra?
Delaterra. It's on Beverly, and the street is called
Doheny?
It's not Stanley. It's
Stanford, isn't it? No. Someone.
What is it between?
Oh, it's right across the street from the post office.
Right across the street from CBS Studios.
And CBS Studio. You know where the post office and then you.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's right there on the north side of the street. That's it.
Corner of Spalding. And
I know
Beverly.
exactly what. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. No.
Is it east of the post office or is it west side? Like where you know where the big apartments
it's
are?
on the west side.
Okay. Yeah.
It's on the west side, south side.
Cross street from the apartments then.
Yeah.
The big.
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
I know exactly where it is.
Cross street
Man,
from
you
that
talk about some good Italian food, man, and they got a wood stove.
I love Italian
like a wood
food.
fire stove.
Ooh.
Oh,
I know.
The pizzas be off the chain.
That's that smoke stuff.
Oh yeah, man, it be off chain. Well, y'all already know everything that I cook is is popping.
Yeah. Even though your ass been a little lazy the last couple weeks with us, motherfucker.
Yeah,
wow.
Yeah, shit.
Well, not last couple weeks. Last week, did nobody eat?
Well, nobody ate last week. Your foot ate last week.
Danny was sitting home with his stomach growling.
Growling.
God damn it, the show canceled?
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah, that's what I was saying too. Then I read why. I'm like, well, this nigga just cut the foot off and just so we can
Start over?
so we can just go ahead and keep this shit rolling.
And then my
Literally.
my smile is just my support group at home, and working on that project we speak as we speak, and
That's
then
good.
releasing on Father's Day the.
How was your matter of fact? How was your Father's Day, Blue?
It was good. I didn't. Oh man.
Little girl get something?
Kind of weird. I had a little allergic.
Did she?
I know he. Nick gonna be like, yeah, and you should have. I had a allergic reaction to snow crab.
Won't he do it?
Did Nick say, won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Hey,
Like,
man.
I start seeing actually feeling my throat.
So why not just let it go, Blue?
Oh no, I had to let it go.
Thank you, brother.
I had to let it go.
Thanks.
Let
it go.
It kind of,
You could have invited me over for the crabs. I can eat everything.
When you
No,
have
we-
that,
no, we
no.
good on
It's I'm not allergic. I've
Ain't
had
nobody
the
trying to
crabs.
get your crabs,
I'm
Danny.
not allergic. It's just that seafood, you're not really supposed to eat it, and it can do that to you.
That makes
It
you
can
allergic
shut
to
you
it,
up.
Blue.
Well, I mean,
That's why it does that
what I
to
mean,
you.
I know. What
This
I
is what they
mean
call
is,
the
like,
come to
you
Jesus
can't-
meeting.
This nigga
When
here.
they say you're
Hey.
not allergic to it, you can't really say you're not allergic to it.
You know why he's saying that, right? Because he wants some crab legs.
Yeah, he still saves the bite. That
I'm
nigga
coming.
like-
I'm coming back for the crab legs.
Let me tell you something. There's this woman. This happened. I had first just started working with. I just started doing the rollout show with Speedy and them, and it was supposed to have been clam season.
Okay.
The woman every year does the same thing. Her family and them, they grab clam digging, get the clams, eat them, clean it, eat them right there on the deck.
That I don't understand.
There was a bacteria in the clam. It was a bacteria in the clam, and they could not. We went to the hospital, and they could not stop the bacteria from eating her body. It just kept.
Message.
They couldn't stop it. Like the doctors was there and could not. It completely ate her body. Like it ate up her body. Like
message.
it just started eating her body. It was a bacteria, and they could not stop. There was nothing they could do but watch it eat it up.
Anybody that eat raw clams.
Danny, that's not. Why
You
don't
say
you just
anybody
say
in New Orleans is like that's the number one delicacy.
So you saying
That's nasty.
So you saying that the fact that you think something tastes good.
Clams is nasty.
Hold on.
Raw
Well,
clams?
you just said crab.
No, crabs is good.
So hold on. That's what I'm saying. So you saying the fact that something tastes good, right? Not the fact that it kill off human beings by spreading disease. That people should just be able to eat it because it tastes good.
I'm saying if it don't kill me, I'm eating it, nigga.
Okay.
Okay. Shout out to the Corona.
Yeah.
Virus.
Danny says kill.
Oh,
or
we
be
got a
killed.
phone call
Kill or
before
be
we
killed.
go out. What's up, baby? What's going on?
Peace.
Oh,
Anthony,
you back?
one more
Peace.
time.
What's up,
Who's this?
You gotta forgive the gentleman who called
Anthony
earlier.
from New York.
From New York. One more time.
Hey man, what's wrong? You ain't got shit to do at the crib? Fuck
Nah,
you.
it's Wednesday. nigga.
Hey, I think I do my burning invitation.
Nah, you.
tonight.
Hey dog, you good man? We appreciate you,
All
man.
good, dog.
No problem.
What's going on?
All
Hey
right.
Nick, make sure you block
Hey.
this nigga's number next
I
time.
had something I was gonna say, but you touched so many important points. So
Okay, go ahead.
I gotta touch one that Nick mentioned. He
Okay,
mentioned
go
the
ahead.
Boycott of Christmas, and if it's done the right way, it could be very effective. You gotta remember that's one of Medgar Evers' legacies, and that's when they decided. History will show that's when they decided to really go after him because he put together. Probably the second most successful. The Montgomery bus boycott is the most successful boycott we had in the civil
381
rights
days.
movement. And that Christmas boycott, he targeted Christmas in Clarkson, Mississippi, and it was devastated to that time. Remember, more because he was from Jackson, kind of they depended on the black dollar, and they didn't spend anything, and it was devastating. And they got together, White Citizens Council, and decided he had to go. Because you cannot stop our niggas from bringing us their money.
Yeah.
And so that can be done definitely. I'm gonna touch one other thing, but I made a statement earlier.
Okay.
And I'm gonna direct you to two things that you can check, and I won't even talk about it. One is a congressman out of Ohio named James Trufficant, and he did an interview with Hannity
Trufficant?
years ago. Yeah, Trufficant
Okay.
out of Ohio. Check it out a little later on. He did an interview with Hannity on the Israeli lobby some years ago. And then the most famous one, this is history. Gus Savage out of Illinois. He did one. And he made it, they tried to block him. He read something into the record that is in the record forever in the House and in the Congress. That must be seen. It's historical. Listen to what he says, because that's the problem we have right now.
Hey brother, let me ask you a question. What do you do? What's your profession in New York? What do you do? You mind me asking?
I'm a mailman. But
No,
I
he
used to
tripping because you read.
No, I'm just
No. I used to attend these lectures. Listen, I was woken up early, not just through Malcolm, but through the voice of Minister Louis Farrakhan, who is speaking on July 4th. I would tell everybody to listen. And I went to these lectures every Wednesday and lectures in between the week from the United African Movement run by Alton Maddox. And in the beginning, Reverend Sharpton was there and C. Vernon Mason also, where they brought people in from every endeavor all over the country. And we spoke to them, we got to interact with them, ask them questions. That's why I can tell you Coakley, because we formed, many of us formed a bond with Coakley. When he came here, you could talk to him, you could ask him questions, and Coakley was one of the greats. And I would suggest everybody go on YouTube and listen to Coakley and several others, because what they talked about 30 years ago is happening right now. Natasha McKenna, look at her video, and she didn't get any, Natasha McKenna didn't get any play because she was killed around the same time as Sandra Bland. But Natasha McKenna's video, since they're going back and looking at some of these deaths, it must be viewed, and you give credit to the warden because she didn't have to put the video out. But Natasha McKenna, watch her video. Do the one that Vlad did, because Vlad put it up. Several people put it up, but Vlad TV put up in my opinion, one of the best ones back then. Last thing, Nick, when I was referencing the Israelites, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
When I was referencing the Israelites back in Egypt, part of what I'm talking about so far as the prophecy, many people don't believe that European Jews spent any time, let alone 400 years in bondage in Egypt. We believe that prophecy is for now. So that's why I'm making a reference to.
Wait.
Go ahead. It'd just be a difference.
No.
We'll have a difference in opinion. Go ahead.
No. But
go ahead.
Are you saying that the Jews in the Bible are white people?
That's not what I'm saying. That's what they got the world believing.
Yeah, but what is that?
Who do you hear calling themselves the chosen people? Who do you hear saying that's us? We are the descendants of Abraham.
Yeah, but are you saying that the scripture is referencing a time that's soon to come?
Say it again.
Are you saying the scripture is referencing a time that has yet to come or that's already passed?
Oh, I'm definitely saying that some of it is past, and scripture got to be understood. We're gonna have a scriptural debate right now. Yes, something I believe that scripture is alive. If not, if it's just a book of history, there's no need to necessarily read it. But that scripture is not just for the past; it's for the present and also for the future. And that's not just the Bible; that's the Quran also.
I got what you're saying.
So yes, we do believe that that's something that's manifesting now.
Well, man, we
we
appreciate you calling in, brother.
Yeah,
God bless you all.
Yeah, but now I know why them niggas ain't getting no mail in New York, because your ass up here reading all these goddamn
and another
books.
thing, hold on, Nick.
Nick, what happened to Pam and Tangy?
I don't know. Actually, I need to call Tangy. I just spoke to Pam not too long ago. She worked on a song. I forget the name of the song, but I think we played it.
I've been out of the loop, and when I plugged back in, I didn't see him, so I didn't.
I'll tell Tangy to tap in with us and pull up.
Much love. Thanks, dog.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, once again, we appreciate y'all coming and hanging out with the Out of the Blue with my man D Green.
D Green.
Big Dave.
Yes, sir.
Donovan Nick.
Shalom to the people.
Shalom.
Yes, sir.
And where's our girl? Look, man. We know you listening, Maria Marie. We know you at the crib.
She might have stopped listening.
She might. Y'all gotta leave her alone. That's my friend.
Oh, she don't like you then.
That's what I'm saying. Damn it! I tried. I'm trying to change my life.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure. And always remember, believe in yourself, because nobody else will.
No
Much
one
love.
else
Great
will.
point, Blue.
Out of the blue.
Take care of those who take care of you. We out.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the #1 show that you will hear anywhere in this country or any other continent in the world. You're listening to Out of the Blue, starring Blu Mitchell, Maria,
Hey, it's your girl, Maria.
and your boy Danny Green.
D Green!
Out of the blue, y'all. Where anything might come out of our mouths, out of the blue.
A good opinion is everything.
Maria,
It's Maria.
and your boy Danny Green.
D Green!
This show will contain anything you may think you might not hear.